time for Bruin football.
Here we go!
Presented by Crown Trophy of Little Rock. Now, coming to you live from the Ron Jones RE/MAX Affiliate Realty Studio. Here's your host, the voice of the Bruins, Joshua Carroll.
Welcome to Russellville, Arkansas. Having all kinds of fun out here, folks. It is a very humid, at least feels humid in here to me, 84 degrees here in Russellville. The Bruins have traveled the 45 or so minutes up the road from Pulaski Academy to take on the Cyclones tonight. The Cyclones starting the season with one loss, and that's the only game. There's a lot of severe weather that pushed through central Arkansas. Well, it was a lot worse here in Russellville, and if you go further west, the Fort Smith area and so on. So that's why we won't, they don't have, any other stats other than that one record, that one loss. And if memory serves, I think it was to a school just down the street. I'm trying to remember who it was.
That I don't know.
All of a sudden, my mind went blank.
Everybody, it is your one and only.
Garrett Benson.
Single G-A-R-R-E, single T. Benson. If you want to see our setup tonight,
oh my gosh,
go to my Twitter. It's Garrett, G-A-R-R-E-T _ Benson.
I'm telling you, this one is special. If there was ever a time we wanted to see how compact we could make our setup, this is it.
Mm-hmm.
This is it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can reach with one elbow and not move my arm at all, but move my elbow, and I can touch Garrett and Christina at the same time.
Yes, the greatest thing about the booth that we are in, too, is that the airflow that we have in here is literally zero.
Non-existent.
I mean,
it's real friendly in here. I can tell what brand of deodorant Garrett's wearing tonight.
It's great. It's a great brand.
All right. Well, looking ahead at the game we have in front of us tonight, the Russellville Cyclones versus the Pulaski Academy Bruins, I had a chance to speak with Coach Lucas a little bit earlier this week, so let's hear what he had to say about tonight's game. Last week, really didn't know what to expect just because, they're state champs multiple times over. They've got a great program there. But walking away from that game after an 8-point victory, you got to feel good after that one.
Yeah, I feel really good. I was so proud of our kids, the way we fought back from 2 touchdowns down. And, man, it was unbelievable the way that the adjustments we made as a coaching staff and the way the kids went out and executed. And we just, like you said, all coaches say this. You go in and you make those adjustments at halftime and you say, we knew we were better than them. I thought so. I mean, nothing against MRA. They had a good ball club, some phenomenal coaches. But I thought watching the game overall, we were better than them, and we missed a couple plays. They did too, but still. So I just told them, guys, y'all know we should be up at least 2 touchdowns. Right. But it was the opposite. It ended up being the opposite way. But our kids fought back, and then I told them, I said, you guys have showed us after the game. I said, y'all showed us what y'all capable of doing. So very proud, and ready to move into 6A now. So just on the Bruins side of the ball, what were the big takeaways for you from that game? That we can fight from behind. And I'm going to be honest with you, that was something that I was kind of worried about with this crew right here. Some things I was just all spring and then all summer. So I was just worried about them. Like, God, are they going to have the will to dig deep and fight back? That was one of the things I see we can do that. And the next thing I see that we can play with anybody. I really feel like we can play with anybody, both offensively and defensively. And our kids, we had kids step into different positions to step up, help, Jalen McKinney, which he did something last year. Stepped in and moved the cornerback for us. Kenny Jordan stepped in, Tyson McCarroll, and that's what it's all about. I think that's what makes our program so special. We have guys that we normally have 11 on defense, 11 on offense, but at certain times, we can put certain guys on both sides of the football and they can get it done, and that really made me proud. All right, so looking forward to this season, pressure is a privilege. Pressure is a privilege. So Russellville, they're going to be tough. They're going to play us tough. We're at their place. They know everybody still wants to beat PA, even though we feel like we're the underdog and it's going in as the underdogs in this conference. but everybody know about our program, and they're going to give us their best. They're going to play hard. They got some athletes on defense. They got some athletes on offense. And if we don't play well, we can make this a ball game. I mean, it could be really close. If we play well, I think we'll beat Russellville, but it's gonna be a fight. I mean, you know, people want a part of PSA now. This is a year first again for myself as being the head coach, and also for our assistant coach. We've never been in 6A, so let's make it a year first. Let's send our seniors out the right way, and let's start it off tomorrow night against Russellville.
So for you, you said if they play well, in your mind, what are the keys to the game at Russellville?
Well, of course, we turn the ball over. We can't turn the ball over offensively. We got to be very precise and careful with the football. You know, one thing I'm looking forward to this, looking forward and hope we can get this done. Josh, we have not recovered an onside kick. Wow, I mean, that is so frustrating. We won 2 games. So I told him, we're going into conference play. Let's get 2 tomorrow. So we shoot for 2 tomorrow. If we don't get 2 and win, that's still good. But let's do that. Defensively, let's do our jobs on the front line, contain. You know, secondary, let's not get beat deep. Let's get 2 or 3 interceptions. You know, just let's try to put a complete game going as our first time in 6A. Let's try to have a complete game. And I told him this. I said, we're capable of doing this. I said, let's get everybody in the game. I want to try to play everybody that's eligible to play this year if we can. But it's not going to be easy. And like I said, we got to go out and try to put together a complete game. But we're not taking anybody lightly. However, because we know that there's a big bullseye still on our chest going into this new conference. But the kids are excited. I was talking to them just a minute ago. I was like, I think y'all more excited about being in 6A than the coaches are now. Am I right? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we're looking forward to it. Can't wait to pull out here at 4 o'clock heading to Russellville.
All right, Coach. Thanks very much. Good luck.
Thank you, Josh, for everything you do. Go Bruins.
All right, very good. So you heard what Coach believes are the keys to the game tonight. Just play good, clean football. Folks, if you haven't had a chance yet this week, be sure to check in and put in your prediction, your perfect prediction online. The QR code on the screen. Get out your phone. Now listen, this is really easy. You get out your phone, you open the camera app, you point it at that QR code, and on the screen it'll have a link right there, and it says click here to open. You click that, and it will open the URL. And from there, you just enter your name, your email, and what do you think the final score will be? Now get this. Nobody's won the last 3 weeks in a row. Excuse me, last 2 weeks in a row. So what's on the line is a $75 gift card.
That's a 75 doll hairs.
That is $70 with an extra 5 ones attached.
There's so many different ways that we could break that down for you.
Yeah, it's like a 35 and a 40.
So instead of commentating football today, that's what we're going to do.
That's it. So that's a gift card over to Homer's kitchen table, and if you haven't eaten there yet, you need to, because it's awesome.
Well, I have not, because I'm planning on winning this gift card. So
there you go.
Once it rolls over again this week, I'm gonna be prepped and ready for that big time money.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm over there at least once a week now, but it's great food.
So the fun fact for everybody already listening. First of all, thank you for already listening. Second of all, if anyone doesn't remember or does not know, this is the school that the infamous Zach Hawker, who was an excellent kicker for the Razorbacks and was an excellent kicker for Russellville here, this is where he played.
He was a brilliant kicker. I remember thinking I needed to make up some T-shirts that said Zach Hawker for president. I mean, oh my gosh, the miracles he would work with that foot of his. Who is putting money in front of the camera? What is going on over there?
He's putting $75 in front of the camera.
Oh, okay.
Come on,
sure.
guys.
Yeah, I didn't catch up with that.
Let's put our thinking caps on and. Oh boy.
Oh well, you never know. You would not believe with what we've had to go through this afternoon to get this to you. So, hopefully you appreciate it. I can tell you that we will not be able to have a clock on the screen, so you can go ahead and get over that now. But we will do our very, very, very best to tell you what is the clock on the field. Right now it's showing I almost said $2.50. It's 2 minutes, 50 seconds until the game will start. And the Bruins taking the field. They've already come out once. They did their warm-up routine. Had a chance to speak with a few of them earlier today, and they're just excited to get out here and play in Arkansas.
I mean, honestly, it's a great night for football. I don't know what it feels like outside of the booth, but in here it is hot, humid, and very lacking in any airflow.
It is a straight sauna.
So I am so excited that I wore jeans. Yes.
I didn't even realize that.
It's going to be a great day.
Oh.
But really, I mean, this is the perfect day for football, and the Bruins in their away jerseys, honestly, I think they look amazing. The all-white presentation, you can't go wrong with that. I will say, though, I'm going to let everybody know right now, based off of the way that they are walking up, it's going to be hard to see their numbers, the Bruins' numbers.
Oh, sure. Yeah. They're wearing the white uniforms tonight, tops and bottoms with gold numbers. And, of course, is that gold helmets?
I would believe they are gold helmets.
Can't see it from here. Looks a little darker than gold, but couldn't tell.
That is a very gold blue if it's not gold.
Okay. Well, you mentioned the weather a moment ago. Let's let the professionals tell us a little more about it. Let's go over to the Channel 7 Weather Center where Todd Jacobian is standing by. Todd, let us know, what can we expect tonight? I think he's out there. Todd?
This is KTV meteorologist Todd Jacobian from the Channel 7 Weather Center. This evening looks clear. Kickoff temperature around 80 degrees, dropping to around 76 degrees, at halftime, 73 degrees by the end of the game. It looks dry with a very gentle breeze out of the east-northeast around 5 miles per hour. Have a great evening and good luck. Back to you, Josh.
All right, thank you, sir. All right, we also had I don't have the video of it ready, but I do have a little game forecast, if you will, or just his thoughts on the game. Here is PA alum Thomas Thrash of Hootens.com here to tell us a little bit about tonight's game.
Hey Josh, Thomas Thrash at Hootens Arkansas Football. The big question that around the whole state is PA, Little Rock Christian, they move into 6A, can they compete at the same level as they did in 5A? The answer is 5-4, and PA by as many as they want. Can I say that?
I guess you can. You did.
I mean, the technical analysis behind that is why Hootens is the best.
Well, thank you, Hootens.com, and thank you, Thomas Thrash, for that. So, PA by as many as they want. Well, you can't get any better than that.
All right, mine is going to be 68-14.
Okay, well, mine, I put my my prediction in earlier this week, and it was 7-61. So we're pretty close.
Okay.
You did 54-7, Christina says. Okay. Well, don't forget, get out there, and if you missed that QR code, can we throw that up one more time for just a second? We'll throw that QR code up there just quickly. We don't want to miss kickoff, but here's that QR code one more time for you, so you can scan that and get in on this action. Put in what you think. Well, then we would just it's actually programmed in there to randomly pick one of those two. So.
Well, what if it's 3?
Well, it would pick one of those 3 randomly.
What about 4?
I'm guessing it's just a shot in the dark that it would pick randomly from one of those 4.
Okay, well, you heard it here first. That's how that tiebreaker is going to go down.
Honestly, if we had 3 tonight, we probably could just give them each a $25 gift card. But so far, nobody's gotten it right yet. All right, we are ready for kickoff. 12 minutes on the clock. The Cyclones brought out every one of the fans from around Russellville for this one tonight. Several of the Bruin faithful, as you can see on the far side. Here's the kick. Looks like deep to receive this one. That, of course, is that is Jalen McKinney. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't think Romello Bell's
no.
in the backfield there.
Well, at first
kicks.
I thought it was 6. You're absolutely right. That's going to be hard to see those numbers. I didn't think it was going to be that difficult.
I know. I've commentated a few games. Hey, but don't worry, everybody. We do have the handy-dandy binoculars on hand.
We do. I need to put them to my eyes. That's the only way they work.
Yep. Be sure you get them up there nice and close.
One man in the backfield on his right side. There's the snap. Little play action. Pass to the right side over to Tyson McCarroll, and he is brought down for a loss there. Looks like that was number 16, Gabe Hogue. Jinx, owe me a drink.
It's so much better when you don't say that. My goodness. So in total Bruin fashion, they're already taking the snap. Busby looks to the right. He's able to connect with Will Hawkins. So Will Hawkins starts the night off for the Bruins. A nice gain. It's going to be 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7 for the Bruins.
Pulled in tight this time. Twins stacked on both sides. One man in the backfield. Busby in the shotgun. There's the snap. Looks to the left side. Looking. Lots of pressure. He gets taken down, and it's intercepted. It's intercepted by number 15. He's at the 30, the 20, the 25, and he's going to be forced out of bounds by Kel Busby.
So Micah Foster on the interception for the Cyclones. I think that was one where Kel Busby was just trying to air it out. He was about to get hit. He actually took a hit while he was throwing the ball. So really, even on professional standards, that's a big ask for your quarterback to step up and make a throw. Put a little bit too much air under it, and Micah Foster was able to get it.
So the Bruins defense come out. The Cyclones start their first offensive drive after an interception. So 11:15 left in the first quarter. In the shotgun, there's the snap. Quick handoff. That is Justin Barber with the carry. He picks up about 2 yards. It'll be 2nd. 6, actually. 4-yard gain.
So for the Bruins, this is definitely not where you want to be on defense for your first series out, but it also gives you a chance to make a big statement if you can bring up a stop here.
D.A. Reed, quarterback, has the ball. Another quick handoff to Justin Barber. Once again, punches it straight up the middle, fighting, and I think he got there. That's a touchdown for the Cyclones. 10 minutes, 36 seconds left in the first quarter.
Yeah, Walt Smiley was on the end of that play trying to be the last leg, keeping him from getting into the end zone. But really, it just seemed like the Cyclones wanted that score, and they were going to get it no matter what.
They're hungry. D.A. Reed out to hold for the PAT. Kick is up. The kick is good. That came off the foot of Matthew Guajardo. Wow.
I would like to say again that we are totally aware that there's no clock on the stream tonight between myself, between Joshua, and between the wonderful PA announcer that I'm sure you can hear somewhat in the background. We will have your time covered for you. So I appreciate everyone's willingness to let us know, and we will definitely take the reminders, but we are aware that it's not up there.
Nothing could be done about that one tonight.
So in that light, the Bruins are going to be back to receive with 10 minutes and 36 seconds left to play here in this first quarter of Friday night Arkansas football.
That was a 3-play, 12-yard touchdown drive. Started off by the interception return.
All right, Bruins ready to receive the kickoff. Back to them. This is Guajardo again. He's going to pooch this kick. Looks like, oh, it almost went out of bounds. That one is down by Will Hawkins at the 24-yard line.
And let me tell you, Charlie Kotros right there just laid the hammer on one of the Cyclone kickoff team members. It's one of those that it's you put that on a highlight reel.
Okay.
But that's what you want to see. I mean, you got a team that just scored on you. You still want to come back out with some grit and some fight and really make your presence known.
Busby in the shotgun. He has 3 receivers on the left, 1 on the right, 1 man in the backfield on his left side. There's the snap, looks to the left. It's going to go deep once again. This one goes sailing, almost hits the cheerleaders.
His target was John Mark Charette there. Again, we've seen this out of Kel Busby out of the first few series of a game, sometimes just the first few plays, where he's got to find his groove before he starts to feel comfortable with throwing the ball. So far, he's just put a little bit too much air on it. So I'm sure he'll find his stride here coming up in the next few plays. So Busby's back to take the snap, receives the snap, looks right, now to the middle. It looks like he was trying to throw it to Kenny Jordan for a middle screen. I'm not sure if there was a miscommunication there or if Kel Busby thought Kenny Jordan was going to be somewhere else on the field, but the pass is incomplete. So it'll be 3rd and 10 for the Bruins. And they are, in fact, on their own 24-yard line.
Busby ready. There's the snap. Almost goes over his head. It's a little high. Russellville fans want a block in the back call for that, but
I'm going to be honest, and I do my best to be impartial, obviously, but go Bruins. That should have been a block in the back. Yeah, I think coincidentally the referee couldn't get his flag out. So to save himself embarrassment, he didn't throw it.
All hands on deck for this one. 4 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Busby with an empty set from the shotgun. There's the snap. Looks to the left side. Wow, takes a big hit. Another pass goes sailing. That was intended for Tyson McCarroll.
Tristan Sims for the Cyclones there. I mean, he took a shot at Kel Busby and definitely landed one. So, not a great start for the Bruins.
No, it is not. 1st down and 10 for the Cyclones on the Bruins' 24-yard line. It's 10 minutes, 15 seconds left in the first quarter.
So the ball is snapped, and it looks like a short gain, if any, for the Cyclones there. Preston Spann came up with the tackle. You've got 10 minutes left here in this first quarter of play. Cyclones have the ball. They are on the 23-yard line.
I was looking around for another clock on the other end of the field, but there's not. It's just on the one end.
Nope, we've got 1 clock to work with, 1 team to root for, and 1 dream to keep alive.
It's a tough one for the Bruins tonight. 2nd down, 9 yards to go for the Cyclones. There's the snap. Quick handoff goes to his favorite runner. That's Barber with the carry, and he is stopped at the 14-yard line.
So I can tell you right now that the Bruins are going to make adjustments as soon as possible to add some help or get some better protection on that run game, because those types of runs are the ones that add up consistently and consistently put together first downs.
3rd down, less than a yard to go. It's 3rd and inches for the Cyclones. 9:03 and counting in the first quarter. There's the snap. It's a quarterback keep. That was a direct snap to Ben Hallmark. And he actually lost about half a yard, so now it'll be 4th and 1.
4th down and inches for the Cyclones at the Bruin 15.
So let's see if they, this is, again, this going back to one of the things that we see. A lot of teams that wouldn't normally go for it on 4th down when they play the Bruins, they do. And that may be what they're doing here.
I mean, you would imagine that with Zach Hawker having played here, they would try and keep kickers abundant. But I think here it's just the right decision. You have to go for it. You have to roll the dice.
Here's D.A. Reed. He has the snap. Quick handoff to Barber. He's pushing his way up the middle, and I think he picked it up. He got just far enough to pick up the 1st down. They might measure it, but I doubt it.
They called the timeout for it. So if they don't get this 1st down,
Yep,
And
they are going to measure.
It will be Bruins ball. You've got 8 minutes and 4 seconds left here in this first quarter. And if you're just joining us for the night, I am Garrett Benson. I'm here with Joshua Carroll, even though it should be said the other way. If you want to see the booth that we're working in tonight, go check out my Twitter at Garrett, Garret _ Benson, B as in boy, ENSON. It is quite the picture. While you're there, drop a follow too. So the Cyclones are going to be rewarded the first down. And it's going to be a new set of downs for Russellville.
They're inside the red zone. 8:04 left in the first quarter. They've already had one touchdown
They've already scored
point.
one touchdown, and they kicked the extra point.
Thank you. Big scrum trying to push that ball back. Looks like they did pick up 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 8.
So that clock is still running. You've got 7 minutes and 34 seconds left to play here in the first quarter.
Theo Turriff with the tackle. I tell you what, that kid hit a growth spurt like nobody's business. He is absolutely huge. Here's Reed. Looks for a receiver. He's throwing it into the end zone, and there's no one there. He takes a hit.
His intended receiver was Christian Stroop.
And he hits the ground courtesy of Peyton Adams.
Third down.
7-11. 7 minutes, 11 seconds left in the first quarter. Clock is stopped since that was an incomplete pass. Third down, 9 yards to go for the Cyclones. Here's Reed in the shotgun. He has 2 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. There's the snap, little play action, and he's going to go down.
You got to love that. Miles Ward was able to break into the backfield and was not going to take no for an answer.
Who was that?
That was
Miles Ward.
Miles Ward.
I want to say Miles Ward's name one more time. He got on to me because a couple of days ago because I gave a tackle to someone else on the broadcast. So I just want to say Miles Ward got that tackle. He got that sack.
It's a very passionate thing. It's going to be 4th down for the Cyclones. They're going to go for a field goal here.
Kick is up, and it might have it. Let's see. It's no good.
It is no good. So your clock is going to stop at 6 minutes and 28 seconds. Your score is the Cyclones leading the Bruins 7-0.
So now the Bruins back out there. 6:28 left in the first quarter. Busby is set up in the shotgun as usual. He has 3 receivers on the left, 1 to the right, 1 man in the backfield. There's the snap. Quick little shovel pass goes over to Kenny Jordan. He runs to the left side and is stopped at the 30-yard line. It's about a 5-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 5 for the Bruins.
Yeah, I bet for the Bruins right now you're going to see some more heavier run game just to establish some kind of presence on offense and give Kel Busby a second to get comfortable. Kel's in ace formation. He's got a running back to his right, takes the snap, hands it off to Kenny Jordan. And Kenny Jordan is met right at the line of scrimmage by a twister of Cyclones. Even though I'm pretty sure those things are entirely different. They are? Okay, they are, but this is Bruin Broadcasting, and that's how we live.
I like it.
So it's going to be 3rd down for the Bruins. They're on their own 25-yard line. 5 minutes and 38 seconds left here in your first quarter. Busby's got 3 receivers to his right, takes the snap, looking right, can't find anybody, still looking. Tries to pass it in center field to John Mark Charette. And just that pass, it didn't look like it really had any direction. It definitely made it to John Mark Charette's area, but it wasn't really a catchable ball. So it's going to be 4th down for the Bruins. Busby's going to have trips to his right, running back in motion on his right side, looking to the left. He's hit as he throws, and it's a deep ball. It's a 50-50
Come
ball.
up with it. They are wrestling for this one.
On 50-50 balls, ladies and gentlemen, the offense automatically gets it. So yes, that is the correct call. On 50-50 balls in high school football, if the offense has possession and the defense has possession on a catch, it is the offensive player's ball.
Good to know.
So that's finally some good news for the Bruins offense and a little bit of pickup for Kel Busby.
He's already ready to receive the next snap. There it is. Quick pass over to Kenny Jordan. He runs to the right side, turns upfield. Couldn't get any further than the 34-yard line. That's going to be a loss of about 2 yards. This will be 2nd and 12.
So the Bruins are going to make a substitution. Andrew Pfizer is going to come in for John Mark Charette.
Now they have all the receivers back out on the line. Busby with an empty set. There's 3 receivers on the left, 2 on the right. There's the snap. Looks to the left side. Passes out there, and it's intercepted again. Another interception. That is Caden Rose, and is brought down. There is a flag on the near side of the field away from the action. That's probably going to be a sideline warning.
At the very least. I'm not sure what's going on with Kel Busby at the moment. That was one of those throws that I think he thought he had a receiver open, but there was clearly a defender there in zone ready to jump to the ball. So I bet that they are going to review that aspect as he heads towards the bench. You've got 4 minutes and 24 seconds left to play here in this first quarter. And
unsportsmanlike is what the penalty is.
Okay. Well, an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, just as a reminder. If you get 2 of those, you are ejected from the game. So was it on their sideline? Do we know?
That it was sideline. He came up. The other ref came over and gave him a sideline, telling him get off the field. But so I would assume it was sideline, but
okay.
Hard to tell. I do want to make sure everybody knows we are aware that there are buffering issues tonight. We're doing our best with it. The fact that you can see any of this game or hear any of it at all is quite simply a miracle tonight. So just honestly, your best bet is to hit pause, go make a snack or something, come back in about 5 or 10 minutes once the game is buffered a little bit more, hit play, and you'll only be about 5 minutes behind. Just don't look at social media. You'll be fine. That is – now, here's the fun part about that. When Will Chersnowski? Okay. They actually call him Charzar, I think. Will C is what they called him in the lower school.
So you've got 3 minutes and 51 seconds left to play. Again, I will remind you, as a frequent YouTuber, watching person, just hit pause, wait a few minutes, then hit play, okay? We're all here for the same team. Cyclones take the snap, hand it off in the backfield, and he is immediately met by a few different Bruins, making it 3rd down for the Cyclones here. Your clock's still running. 3 minutes and 24 seconds. 3rd down and 14 for the Cyclones here. Ball is on the 40-yard line. Cyclones are working from our right to the left.
Russellville tonight is wearing red or crimson, I might go so far as to say, tops with black pants, white numbers. They are ready for the next play. There's the snap to Reed. He looks to find a receiver that was intended for Ben Hallmark.
Yeah, it was intended for Ben Hallmark, and all it found was out of bounds. Another quick adjustment for any streaming. If you are able to go to the settings on the video, so normally it's on the bottom right side, it's a little gear. If you will take that and actually drop.
It won't make any difference.
Okay.
Sorry. It's on our end. It's buffering because of our connection, unfortunately.
All right, I'm just trying to bring peace of mind.
That one's going to take a nice Bruin bounce right into the end zone, just like they'd like it to.
And that was an excellent punt. Ben Hallmark for the Cyclones on the punt. Just dropped a 61-yard punt.
Like it was nothing. So the Bruins will take possession at their own 20. It'll be 1st and 10. Tell you, the Bruins are just having a hard time, and I'm surprised that the Cyclones weren't able to score again on those last 2 drives.
Yeah, the fact that the score is only 7-0 right now with 2 minutes and 45 seconds left to play is great.
3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Quick handoff there. That is Kenny Jordan. Runs up the left side of the field. He might have picked up. No, he did not. He was 2 yards shy of a first down, so it'll be 2nd and 2. That's the best play I think we've seen out of the Bruins so far tonight. Busby has 1 receiver on the left, 3 on the right, 1 man in the backfield. There's the snap. Hand off to Jordan again. He cuts up the middle. Now he's moving to the left side. He's at the 40, the 50, still on his feet at the other 40, and is brought down just shy of the 30-yard line. They're going to mark him dead at the 31-yard line. That is a Holloman and Associates first down.
That's the thing about the PA running game. If you have a defense that's pushing up hard and is really trying to stop the run, you can punish them as long as you can break through that first seam of guys, which is what we saw there. Busby's got trips to his right, a running back on his right. Hands it up. Nope, fakes a handoff. Will Hawkins with the catch on the right side. He's able to get.
He did get it.
Did he?
Yep. They're in the Caldwell Toyota red zone with. Let's see. Wait a minute. They're talking about it. There's a PI roofing flag on the play. I wondered why nobody was moving, and that's why. Ineligible receiver on the Bruins. So somebody lined up incorrectly on the line.
5-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
So is that a spot of the foul penalty?
I didn't.
Well, I guess it would be because it's from the line of scrimmage. That's where he commits the foul. So 1st and 15. This time it's a handoff to Charlie Kotros.
Or as some would say, Kotros.
Is it Kotros?
No, I was just saying.
Oh, sorry. I heard the announcer say it too.
1 minute and 43 seconds left to play. The ball's on the 32-yard line. 2nd down and 11 for the Bruins. Busby's got trips to his right, takes the snap, looking to his right, and he's able to connect with John Mark Charette right in the middle of the field. So that clock's going to keep running. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 1 to go.
He's stopped by number 1, Tracy Daniels of the Cyclones. 1 minute, 15 seconds left in the first quarter with 25 seconds on the play clock. Busby looks back, gets the play. He has 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. He finds that one on the left side. That is Jalen McKinney, and he forces his way over the 15. That's enough for a Holloman and Associates first down. Bruins starting to look like we expect them to look on this drive.
First down at 10 at the 12-yard line. Timeout on the play.
So the Cyclones are going to take a timeout here. 54.5 seconds left on the clock in the first quarter. The Bruins have been able to put a nice run together on this series. So it's going to be 1st and 10. Oh, they put another time up on the clock for the timeout.
Oh, right. Yep.
Sorry, we looked at the clock, and the clock was ticking down. And we wanted to be sure that was not, in fact, the game clock. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a fantastic Friday night. Thank you for joining us here on this stream. And thank you for being a part of supporting PA Bruin football. So we're going to come back from our timeout here. The Bruins have the ball on the 12-yard line. Busby has 3 receivers to his right. Hands off to Kenny Jordan.
It's across the 10, of the 5. Touchdown, Kenny Jordan, Bruins. So with 45.8 seconds left in the first quarter, the Bruins finally get on the board.
Yes, that's nice and refreshing, make you feel a little bit better. Alan Thomason on that play had a block that I'm pretty sure took a guy off his feet.
I wouldn't doubt it. He's a big guy.
Yeah, I feel bad for that Cyclone when he wakes up in the morning.
Man in motion. There's the snap. Looking to find a receiver, and he found one. That 2-point conversion, I'm waiting for a signal. I didn't see one. Did you?
Yeah,
okay, there we go.
Referee on the far side signaled it.
That was Tyson McCarroll with the reception.
So I know Blake Amser's probably listening, and I'm going to go ahead and ask for forgiveness, but it seems like our O-line is struggling a little bit. Kel Busby has found himself on the ground quite a few times. And he's tough, and we know that, and he showed that already this season, and he shows it in all the other sports he plays. But again, there's only so much you can take until maybe not necessarily an injury, but you start making mistakes. You become hesitant because, you know, you've been hit so many times, you start to worry if that's going to happen.
Right.
So we'd like to see the offensive line kind of shape that up a little bit, maybe find some answers for those guys breaking through the line. So you've got 45.8 seconds left on the game clock. Your game is being led by the Bruins, 8-7. They're going to kick off to the Cyclones, and that was easily recovered by Russellville.
That was recovered by number 14, Christian Stroop.
So the Cyclones will take the ball on the Bruin 48-yard line.
45.6 seconds left in the first quarter.
I need to correct myself. That would be Russellville's own 48-yard line.
Ah, you're right. There's the snap. The ball has disappeared. Oh, there he is. And he is sacked in the backfield. That was Mekhi Foster that had the direct snap.
And Mekhi Foster has already proved himself to be a bit of an issue for the Bruins. So it's nice to see the Bruins be able to stick to him and actually come up with a loss on the play.
That was Patton Wicker with the sack. 20 seconds and counting left in the first quarter. I don't know that they're even going to try to call a play here.
Yeah, it looks like they're just going to run it on out.
The play clock is 1 second behind the game clock. So they're going to let it wind down. They might call a timeout. Who knows? The way they're huddled up around. Nope. That's the end of the first quarter. The Bruins currently lead 8-7. Let's take a short break. We'll be right back with more Bruin football on PA Live.
People working for you or working calm. This Friday night spotlight is brought to you by Caldwell Toyota. Pulaski Academy would like you to join us in recognizing our core value student of the week, Maylee Rollins.
Coming back early so you don't miss anything. There's the deep pass, and it's caught by the Cyclones. Wow. That was incredible. It's a 40-yard pass there.
41 yards on the play.
Wow.
D.A. Reed to Rose, first down and 10.
Reed finds Rose inside the red zone. So 1st and 10 from the Bruins' 18-yard line. 11 minutes, 32 seconds left in the second quarter. There's the snap. Quick handoff. That was Barber with the carry, and he gets hit so hard his helmet came off. I think it was his. Yes, it was.
It was definitely somebody's. Somebody's helmet came off. So it's going to be second down and 13 for the Cyclones.
Preston Span was the first to make contact. Second down and 14.
So the Cyclones are lined up. Reed takes the snap, hands it off to a back, and he gets a grand total of nowhere. That Bruin defensive line was able to make a nice push and come up with a stop for the Bruins, or a loss of gain is what I should say, for the Bruins. So it's going to be third down. 10 minutes and 40 seconds left to play in this first half of football here in Cyclone Stadium in Russellville, Arkansas.
I'd love to know what the attendance of tonight's game was, because they've got a huge crowd. There's the snap to Reed, rolls out the left side, goes deep into the end zone, and they say no, there was no reception. And is that a flag, or is that something?
Yeah, that's going to be a PI roofing penalty. More than likely, that's going to be pass interference on the Bruins. The reason being that yeah, it is going to be pass interference on the Bruins. The reason being is that our corner, who I can't see his number right now, our corner was trying to make a play on the defender and not the ball. Therefore, when he stuck his hand up, he was not actually trying to play the ball. He was just trying to put his hand in front of the receiver's face.
Yeah.
Which is, in fact,
you can't do that.
A no-no. Oh, I should have known. It's KJ Colin in there. He's just trying to make a play on the ball. Big fan of KJ's. So the Cyclones line up, have a man in motion, hand the ball off. He takes it up the middle. Is able to get a bit of a gain on the play. Looks like they're going to mark him down just before the first down marker.
1 yard shy.
Or what did I say? First down marker. Did I say fourth down marker?
You said first.
Okay. It's been a long day, ladies and gentlemen.
It's been a long afternoon.
It's been a long week.
Right.
If you've had a long week, I hope you are enjoying your time, just relaxing, listening to the beautiful sounds of Pulaski Academy Bruin football.
Reed sets up in the shotgun. Is a single receiver on both sides. There's the snap. Quick handoff goes to number 1. That's Tracy Daniels with the carry, and he goes, looks like he picked up 1 yard. It might be enough. Let's see. No, it is not. So the Bruins get a stop, turn it around the other direction. They'll pick up the ball on their own 10-yard line. 9 minutes, 23 seconds left in this first half.
And your score is 8-7. That's one of the things that sets apart the Bruin defense, is their ability and their consistency to meet the tackler with more than just one person. When I was playing, I remember what they coached us was that all you got to do is just grab on. Just hold on, and sure enough, here in a few seconds, a big host of Bruins is going to come and help you out.
3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Quick shovel pass over to Kenny Jordan. It's up, waiting for them to mark it. Looks like he picked up 4 yards. Say 89 on the tackle. Oh, 8 and 9, excuse me. That's Armando Solis and Ben Hallmark. He's playing both sides of the ball for Russellville.
8 minutes and 57 seconds left to play in this first half.
Twin receivers on both sides. Little play action there. Busby goes to the right side. That pass is complete to Will Hawkins. Had a gain, but man, what a hit. It'll be 3rd and 1.
Yeah, I think he's trying to plead his case with the referee. The defender definitely latched on to his shoulder pads, and by latched on, I mean grabbed the inside of him and kind of swirled Will Hawkins around, which in some cases could be a horse collar tackle. Bruins take the snap, handoff to Kenny Jordan, and he's immediately met in the backfield by number 8, by Armando Solis. And if you can hear the public announcer over me, and he says a different name than I do, I want you to know that he's in fact wrong. And Joshua and I are correct.
Always. Busby in the backfield. Everyone's up front now. He has an empty set. 4 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Nope. There's the snap. He's got a man running right at him. Pass is complete. There it is. I was trying to see his number, Tyson McCarroll.
Yep.
Then that's enough for another Holloman and Associates first down.
And I love that play by the Bruins. We've run that for years. It's just a little delayed inside slant route. Basically, that outside receiver is just running a little bit slower, comes in for the cut.
7.5 minutes left in the first half. 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left, 1 man in the backfield. Snap goes to Busby. Little play action. He goes to the left side. It's complete to McKinney. He's up the field, and he gets pulled out of bounds at the 45-yard line. If that last defender misses him, he is gone.
I mean, he is gone. It was wide open spaces. The Dixie Chicks would have been proud.
They were singing. They were already warming up.
I mean, I think I heard it over the speakers.
Well, it's another Holloman and Associates first down for the Bruins. 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. It's the same formation as last time. There's the snap. This time it's not play action. It is a handoff to Jordan. He makes his way up the field across the 40, the 35, and is forced out of bounds at the 30-yard line. That is 3. Count them, 1, 2, 3. 3 Holloman and Associates first downs in a row.
And that is why being a sponsor is a great idea. I also wonder how long Kenny Jordan, no, not Kenny, how long Jalen McKinney's been taking tap dancing lessons, because,
seriously,
I mean, he was just putting moves on everybody like there's no tomorrow.
3 receivers on the right, 2 on the left with an empty set. Busby finds Jalen McKinney wide open. He's at the 10. He's at the 5 and is forced out of bounds at what looks like the 3-yard line. There was a little bit of panic up here in the press box.
So by the end of that play, there was seven Cyclones over there trying to force Jalen McKinney out of bounds. Do you think he's strong?
Yeah.
You've got 7 minutes and 1 second here left in this first half. Kel Busby in motion.
No.
It's a bad snap for the Bruins. And it looks like, unfortunately,
waiting for a signal. It is a fumble recovery, a fumble and a recovery by the Cyclones.
So the snap came in hot. Kenny Jordan, I'm not sure if he wasn't.
That wasn't Kenny. That was, I'm sorry, that was Kenny Jordan.
Yeah,
yes, you're right.
That was Kenny. We had Kel Busby in motion, so it was a set play to go to Kenny Jordan. I'm not sure if he wasn't ready for it or if the snap came in too hot. I know that's something that you do in practice to try and get ready for it, but obviously if you don't take snaps all the time, it's not something you're readily available to adjust to. So the Bruins are going to take a little bit of a punishment there. It is nice, though, because this will be only the second series that the Cyclones will get the ball behind the 50-yard line.
So 1st and 10 from the 25. There's the snap, and that one gets lost right in the scrum. They did pick up 2 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 8.
And that was number 42, Preston Spann, on the tackle there.
Turn up the lights here.
So it's going to be 2nd down.
Wait, do we have lights? Do you want those on? There's no window in front of us.
I can see.
Right?
We just
there's no window in front of us, so why not?
We're in 2022, and we just realized we had lights in here.
We don't have to use the candles anymore.
Cyclones take the snap, and it's a deep pass.
Oh, my gosh. Wow.
And it is caught by number 15, Micah Foster.
Okay, that was nuts.
I mean, I gotta give credit where credit is due. If you want to have a single catch where you want to teach a player how to properly put their body in place to catch a deep ball, I mean, he let that come over his shoulder till the very last second.
Right.
It was a beautiful play.
Wow.
So just like that, the ball's over the 50-yard line. The Cyclones take the snap, fake the handoff, pass to the right side. It is caught by number 5, Alec Bowles.
5 minutes, 43 seconds left in the first half.
So him stepping out of bounds, that's going to stop the clock. Again, 5 minutes and 43 seconds left to play in the first half. Yard line, they're working up the field from our left to right. So the Bruins look like they're going to bring the house on this play. Let's see what they do. Reed takes the snap, hands it off to number
That's
25,
Barber.
Justin Barber.
That's another first down.
And he was tackled by John Stephen Goodwin. I will say over the weeks, though, we do see more now of things that we were asking for in that first and second game, wanting to see them go more for the legs on defense instead of trying to make a full-blown tackle on someone who is much larger than you.
Reed in the shotgun, two receivers on the left, one on the right. He's going to go to the right side, and that one is nearly intercepted by Walt Smiley. Man, he wants that one so bad.
Yeah, that pass was intended for Ben Hallmark, and I can say, at least from a size perspective, that is a mismatch that does not favor the Bruins from a size perspective. However, we have seen how well our corners have done, especially KJ Coley and Walt Smiley over the season. So let's see what we get here. Second down and 10 for the Cyclones. Reed looking for the snap, has got a man in motion.
5 seconds on the play clock. 3, 2, 1, and they call a timeout.
I'm not really sure what the purpose of that was. I guess they just wanted to take a different look at the play, but the clock was not running because of an incomplete pass on the previous play.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
So 5 minutes and 7 seconds left to play in this first half.
Well, be sure to stick around for the Eagles Carpet One halftime show. I had a chance to speak earlier this afternoon with a couple of members of the volleyball team, as well as our new volleyball coach. So stick around and meet them. That's what it says on the scoreboard, that Russellville has one timeout left. I don't remember them taking a set.
Yeah, they've taken one.
They've taken two. Okay. Man, I hope you can see this crowd back home, because wow.
There we go. We're getting a good shot of it. I mean, it's a full house here tonight. And
no kidding.
You know, I know it's just an hour and 20 minutes up the road, but, I mean, there's a good amount of Bruin fans on the other side as well.
There's the snap to Reed. A little bit of pressure from the Bruins. This one's going deep, and this one is picked off. That is intercepted in the end zone by KJ. No doubt.
And giving your team a chance.
No doubt.
And giving your team a chance at the 20-yard line, another score.
4:59 left in the half. Bruins lead 8-7. Busby goes to the right side. That's complete to, is that McCarroll?
You've got the binoculars.
Right. Use them. Tristan Wisenot with the tackle.
I can't tell if that was John Mark Charette on that play. We're working on it, people. You know what? It was John Mark Charette. Someone correct me later.
There's three receivers on the left, one on the right, one man in the backfield for Busby from the shotgun. Little play action there. He's going to keep it. Pushes his way up to the 20.
That seems like a very unfavorable spot.
That's what I thought too. I thought he was out at the 24, but I mean, 1 yard.
Kel Busby's not a short guy.
If he falls forward, he gains 2 yards.
I mean, yeah.
There's three receivers on the left, one on the right, one man in the backfield. Same formation as before. There's the snap. Looks to the left side this time. Lots of pressure, and he's going to. Let's see if they call. I don't see a flag out there at all.
What a play by the defensive line for the Cyclones there.
Some folks up here in the press box wanted a grounding call, but I don't. You got to let the refs call it.
Well, there was clearly a receiver in the area, so I'm going to happily disagree with that one.
So this is 4th down, 7 yards to go. 4 minutes, 20 seconds, 4:20 on the clock. 2 receivers on either end, 1 man in the backfield. Kenny Jordan moves from right to the left side. There's the snap. Little play action. Busby looks to pass. That was incomplete pass. So we're going the other direction. Don't think I've ever. I'm gonna say this a little quiet. I don't know that I've heard people like cheer as much in a press box as this.
I mean, ladies and gentlemen, please let us know through our live fan feedback if you would like for us to be overly passionate and really put these microphones to the test.
Somebody started GoFundMe or something. Oh, 4 minutes, 14 seconds.
Okay, so Reed takes the snap. He hands it off to number 25, Justin Barber. And he's tackled for a gain of 1 on the play, even though he was met in the backfield. So your clock is still running. 3 minutes and 51 seconds left to play here in this first half. 2nd down and 9 for the Cyclones. The ball is on the 22-yard line.
Not sure if you saw it, but just here in the distance, just above the video board, I saw a flash of lightning. Hopefully that does not bother us here tonight.
Until Todd tells me it's time to go, I'm here for Bruin football. Reed takes the snap, keeps it going to his left. Now is able to work it up the field, gets a decent gain, but does not make it to that 1st down marker. So it's going to be 3rd down. 3rd down, and as you heard the PA announcer say, it's going to be 4.
3 minutes, 23 seconds left in the half. Cyclones taking their time getting the formation together. 8 seconds on the play clock. 5, 3, 2, 1. There's the snap. That's a quarterback keep, and he is sacked for a 1-yard loss. That was Hunt Harrison with the tackle.
4th down and 6 at the Bruin 19-yard line.
You didn't think it was?
I mean, to me, I thought I saw 24, but like I said, I mean, the way the numbers flash off the Bruins uniforms, they could be backwards for all I know.
Here comes the kick, and that one's low. Let's see. It got it. He got it.
Okay, so a 36-yard field goal for the Cyclones. Zach Hawker would be proud.
Not bad. They pick up another 3, so now going in, let's see, 2 minutes, 44 seconds left till halftime. The Cyclones lead 10-8 over the Bruins. Well, my perfect prediction is busted.
Mine really doesn't have a chance.
Yeah, I don't see.
I mean, I don't see him getting 2 safeties here.
It's possible, but we'll see.
2 minutes and 44 seconds left in your first half. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining us tonight. And be sure you stick around for the halftime show. Then once that's over, be sure you stick around for the second half of spectacular PA football. I would also like to take this time to make the formal announcement that we are no longer receiving complaints through our live fan feedback.
Mainly because I'm not looking at it.
Any and all complaints must be submitted in writing.
And turned in person.
Well, they must be turned in person to the post office. We do not have a mailing address for you as of yet, so just stick it in there, let it figure its way out through the mailing system. We'll get back around to you. Again, just a reminder, we are aware there's no clock tonight that you can see, so we're going to do our best to keep you informed. 2 minutes, 44 seconds left in the first half. The Cyclones with the kickoff. It's short and poochy and straight out of bounds.
Goes out of bounds at about the 27-yard line. I think we might have gained that yard back with that placement.
You know, I can't say, at least the placements are fair on both sides.
Sure.
It's either that or my vision is horrible and I had no idea, which is possible. So the Bruins are going to take over on the 35-yard line. They're working from the right to the left from our perspective. 2 minutes, 44 seconds left to play in the first half. Your score is 10-8. The Cyclones leading. Busby has 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. He's looking, connects in the middle with Jalen McKinney, who's able to work it up, puts a juke on a couple of players, make it 3. Make it 4 attempted tacklers that could not get the job done. All they could do was hold his hand going out of bounds.
All of that for 9 yards. I mean, that's not bad.
It's not bad, but there's always ways to be more efficient. 2 minutes, 31 seconds left in your first half. Busby has ace formation, hands it off to his running back, who puts an amazing move on a Cyclone defender. Kenny Jordan is still on his feet, and one of the Cyclones who tried to take down Fancy Feet Jordan just now got up.
So he stopped at the 34-yard line in Cyclone territory. I was just kind of glancing over the live fan feedback, and a lot of it, of course, is telling us that, yeah, the feed is choppy, the video's bad, but the audio is just fine.
Good.
So they asked us to go ahead and keep describing the plays.
Gladly.
So, again, you have Busby in the shotgun, 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left, man in the backfield. Quick handoff goes to Kenny Jordan. He's up the middle and stopped after a gain of 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7.
So the Bruins got a lot to work with here. It's definitely a good position to be in. 1 minute and 38 seconds with a running clock on your game clock. They have 3 timeouts to go.
Busby now working from an empty set. He has 3 receivers on the right, 2 to the left. There's the snap. Goes to the left side. Pass is complete to John Mark Charette. And he is stopped at the 21-yard line. That is a Holloman and Associates first down.
So because of that first down, the clock is going to stop for just a little bit. They just restarted it. Winding clock at 1 minute and 20 seconds. Your play clock's at 25 seconds. Busby's in the shotgun, has Kotros as his running back to the left. He's got 3 receivers to his right. Kotros is going to shift to the right. Busby looking for the snap. Takes it, hands it off to Kotros, who breaks out to the left and is tackled by his ankles by number 32, Darian Thomas.
Looks like timeout is called by the Bruins. That is their first timeout. Bruins are starting to look a little bit more like themselves.
Well, the good news is with those first few series, they could literally do anything and look more like themselves.
That's true.
So hopefully that's something as the season goes on, we can work away from that trend, but there is positives in that let's get all the bad out of the way first and finish strong. 2nd down and 8 to go for the Bruins. 2nd down and 8 to go for the Bruins. The ball's on the 19-yard line.
That's my thinking face.
Josh is over here making faces, and he was putting his finger up to his lips. I didn't know if he was telling me to be quiet, which is why I kept talking.
Twins stacked on both sides. 1 man in the backfield for Busby from the shotgun. There's the snap. Looks to the right side. Passes out there, and it's incomplete. Did I hear a horn?
I think you did. That might have been the play clock running out.
Oh.
They may have just not stopped it in time.
Okay.
So, I mean, that ball was there. That's one that you definitely want to try and make as high percentage as possible. Will Hawkins was able to create some space between himself and the defender. So it was a good route by Hawkins. We just weren't able to connect there. 55.8 seconds left to play in the first half. It's 3rd down and 8 for the Bruins. Ball is still on the handy-dandy 19-yard line.
Okay, so at halftime, that does appear that I've got something that I can change on here. So we will, at halftime, we'll drop off just shortly. You won't have to do anything. Just stay right there. There, Busby has the snap, goes to the left side, passes out there. It's complete to Charette, and he is forced out of bounds at the 9-yard line. That finally puts the Bruins in the Caldwell Toyota red zone, and they pick up another Holloman and Associates first down.
46.5 seconds left to play. Again, the Bruins have 2 timeouts. The Cyclones have 1. It's going to be first down. It has 9 on the scoreboard. I'm going to say 10.
46.5 seconds left. There's the snap. He's going to keep this one and try to drive it. He's getting nowhere quickly. He might have picked up timeout PA. I'm not sure. Yeah, it looks like he picked up 1 yard.
Picked up a yard. Ben Hallmark running both ways this evening for the Cyclones on offense and defense with the tackle there.
Folks, I don't know where you are right now, but if you have a chance to look out the window, check out that creepy moon. Can you see that? Yeah, it's officially a full moon tomorrow. And if you don't believe that a full moon actually has an impact on kids, go ask any teacher. It's weird, but it's true.
Okay.
I don't get it. I don't claim to understand it. I'm just telling you.
So anytime I meet a teacher now, that is how I'm going to start the conversation.
So how do you like full moons?
What do you think about full moons?
Yeah.
Tell me. Tell me.
Yeah. Christina will tell you all kinds of stories. She says they're crazy during a full moon.
I mean,
wait for a full moon like the day before the school is out for a holiday.
Sure.
And then they're nuts.
I'm sure it has nothing to do with the fact that they're almost out for a holiday.
Oh yeah, it's just compounds the issue.
Yeah, it's the moon first, then the holiday.
That's it.
I think I'm getting the hang of this thing here.
Yeah, you got it.
39.8 seconds left to play in the first half. Second down for the Bruins.
Busby from the gun. He has twin receivers on both sides of the field. Everyone's spread out all the way across. One man in the backfield on his left side. There's the snap. Looks like a handoff to Kenny.
Nope.
No, excuse me. Play action. He's going to go with himself, and he's in the end zone. Busby with a lone touchdown for the Bruins.
And that's some nice cushion there. It looks like we might have nope, there was potentially a PI roofing penalty on the play. They waved it off.
I think that was an inadvertent flag.
I mean, honestly, that play comes down to John Mark Charette right there making that block. The funny thing is that was definitely a supposed to be pass to John Mark Charette, but he got tied up with the defender and instead decided, hey, I'm going to block here. Busby takes the snap, looks in the middle, and he is.
Oh, and there's a flag.
Who did we have there? We had Will Hawkins.
Yeah, that was intended for Will Hawkins, but there's a PI roofing penalty flag. I'm looking for that signal right there. Pass interference. There is 33.9 seconds left.
So we're going to get another shot at this two-point conversion. Again, two-point conversions do not run the clock.
There's one receiver on either side, one man in the backfield. Busby keeps this one and tries to jump.
And we have another PI roofing penalty on the play. That's interesting. It's not very often you get 2 penalties in a row.
Well, not just that, but on that type of play, I'm curious what it could possibly be. The Bruins are marching back.
Wow. We're waiting on a signal here.
They're marching way back.
Illegal blocking below the knees.
Wow. So now the two-point conversion attempt is at the 17-yard line.
Yeah, so this is not normally where two-point conversions take place. Again, the clock doesn't run during two-point conversion plays.
So Busby, who has an empty set, 2 receivers on the right, 3 on the left. There's the snap. Pass is out there. It's deep, and he misses it. No flags on this one.
That pass was broken up for the Cyclones by Tracy Daniels, who's a junior for the Cyclones. The pass was there. Busby made it. It was just a little bit too hot and at a weird angle if you're a receiver. Still, because I was a receiver, I believe there's no excuse. You got to catch the ball. If it's going to hit you in the hands, that's your job.
I've heard Coach Lucas say it time and again. If you can touch the ball, you can catch the ball.
The first time I ever trained with Coach Lucas, before he even got to PA or anything like that, he asked me if a ball makes it in which area of your body should you catch it. And I put my hands up to my chest. And he said, no, Garrett, that's entirely wrong. And he took out his hands and spread them out as wide as he could, so his full wingspan, and then went down to the ground, squatted down, and then raised them up all the way up to the sky until his fingers touched. And he was like, that's where you should catch the ball.
Right, wherever you can reach.
So 33.9 seconds left in this first half. The Bruins are going to kick off coming off of a failed two-point conversion.
There's the kick. Nice. I wouldn't call it quite a deep kick, but it's deeper than what we normally see out of the Bruins. It's fielded by Mackay Foster.
Charlie Kotros on the tackle.
So 28.5 seconds left before halftime. From what I understand, I don't see the Bruin band here, but you can tell that the Cyclone band is ready to perform, so we'll definitely bring you that. And we've got, again, like I said, we're going to meet some of the volleyball players.
So halftime's going to be a good time for halftime entertainment.
From what I understand, tonight's halftime, they're trying to squeeze in a lot of stuff, so I think it was already predetermined it will be a 20-minute halftime. And he's going to take a knee. And that will bring us to halftime. That's an interesting decision. That's a very interesting decision. Okay, so at halftime, Pulaski Academy leads 14-10 over the Cyclones. All right, we're going to take a short break here. You don't need to do anything. We're going to take a short break in the broadcast. You might see that it's stopped here in just a moment, but don't go anywhere. It'll come right back. So stick around right here. Coming up next, the Akel's Carpet One halftime show. At Akel's Carpet One, they can get it for you at wholesale. That's not just a slogan at Akel's Carpet One, it's their real money-saving story. You can get the lowest prices on carpets, floors, and real wood cabinets. They have nationwide buying power, low overhead, and local ownership that make all of this possible. Don't shop at the home centers or online when you can shop local and get the best wholesale prices. At Akel's Carpet One, we make it beautiful for less. AkelsCarpet1.com. At Caldwell Toyota, they are passionate about helping drivers find the vehicle that's right for them for the most affordable prices possible. That's why they carry such a large selection of new Toyota models, because whether you're looking for something sporty, efficient, versatile,
Family-friendly, rugged, or all of the above, they are confident they have a new Toyota model to meet all of your needs and then some. Visit them online at caldwelltoyota.com. You know that Crown Trophy of Little Rock has every type of award to recognize athletes, students, and even coworkers. But more than that, Crown Trophy can customize drinkware, badges, and even rings. Whether you have people working for you or working hard on your team, show them your appreciation by recognizing them with something special from Crown Trophy of Little Rock. Visit them online at crowntrophy.com. Hug and Haul Equipment Company is the answer to your industrial and construction equipment needs. They can help you with sales, rental, parts, and service. With full-service locations serving Arkansas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, Missouri, and Texas, they take ownership of each customer's needs and will work to ensure your demands are met. You can trust Hug and Haul for all your construction, industrial, aerial, material handling, and light equipment needs. Central Arkansas Mahindra can provide you with the latest and best in outdoor power products to make your outdoor living more enjoyable. Combine this wide array of selections with their friendly and knowledgeable staff, and we're convinced they will become your only stop for all of your outdoor power needs. They're happy to help you find either the perfect outdoor power equipment, service, or the parts you've been looking for. Check out their inventory of Mahindra, Ferris, and Husqvarna equipment. If you need help in making your selection, call or just stop in. They're always ready to help. Visit them online at centralarkansasmahindra.com.
After 14 years at Pulaski Academy, I have never failed to be amazed and comforted by the community and resources that I have been provided with. I do not believe I would be the student I am today were it not for the knowledge and opportunities PA's academics have provided me with. My teachers have been a major part of my leadership development and overall experience here at PA, as they have been some of the most encouraging and loving mentors I have ever known. Whether it be the state-of-the-art theater department, the dance team, sports games, or student organizations, I have been provided numerous opportunities to develop communication skills and relationships that I am truly grateful for.
My name is Caroline Perry, and I am a senior at Pulaski Academy.
This Friday Night Spotlight is brought to you by Caldwell Toyota. Pulaski Academy would like you to join us in recognizing our core value student of the week, Maylee Rollins. Maylee models integrity, excellence, respect, and responsibility every day. Bill Toppich says Maylee is a passionate advocate for social justice and human rights. Maylee's work within the greater Little Rock area is impressive. She is involved in several local nonprofit organizations and is a difference maker in our society. Congratulations to Maylee Rollins for being named our Core Value Student of the Week. Our Core Value Student of the Week is brought to you by Caldwell Toyota. Just another way Caldwell cares.
Hi, I'm Coach Danny Mora. This is my first year as a head coach with PA. I coached in 9th grade 4 years ago. I was their head coach, and then now I'm back again. I'm from Brazil. I was born and grew up in Brazil. I was recruited to play volleyball for ULR. I've been coaching a lot of PA girls volleyball. I just have a really good connection with the parents and the people here, and they're great. I have been, having a really different season, but it's good. I'm having fun. That's what I like to do, and I'm glad to be part of PA. I love volleyball just for the excitement of the game, like when I see my players making a good set, like my setter here, or Bailey serving the ball, passing perfect. I just love that feeling of like knowing that they are putting what they work in practice in the game.
I've been playing volleyball for 6 years. I started whenever we had a 6th grade league that we got together at PA, and then I played club for 3 years. I love volleyball because of the teamwork. It's such a team sport. Like, I mean, obviously every sport is, but volleyball, you've got to be communicating in every point. It's not just a physical sport, it's a mental sport. And that's what I really love about it. I love being on a team and communicating and encouraging each other, and I love the energy of the game.
I have been playing volleyball for 7 years. I started doing club when we were really terrible, and I just fell in love with the sport. And what I really love about volleyball is really the energy and just how quick everything is, and how you can't really take a point off. You have to just be in it all the way every single time. Volleyball is the most mental sport you'll ever play, and as long as you just do your best and you're playing with everything that you have and you're being confident about it, then you're going to do okay.
I would agree with that. Because volleyball is such a fast-growing sport, I think it might be the fastest-growing women's sport. There's going to be a lot of competition. Like, people are starting so much younger now than I ever started. But like Bailey said, I think so much of volleyball is mental that you can't get in your own head about, you know, whatever's going wrong. Like, if you make a bad pass, you have to tell yourself, you know, I've got the next one, I'm going to get the next one up. That's the biggest part of volleyball, I think. And so encouraging yourself and being confident in your skills, I think, when you're trying out for anything, but especially volleyball, is really important.
We practice a lot. We don't really take days off other than weekends, but sometimes we'll have tournaments, so there's that too. We work really hard, and our coach really pushes us. She gives us everything that she has, and we're really thankful for that.
Usually we have 2 or 3 games a week, and so whenever we don't have games, we have practices, and we also practice during the day at school. So I feel like during volleyball season, pretty much your whole life revolves around volleyball, which is it's a good thing. But whenever we go into practice, we come in with the mindset of we're going to work hard and we're going to get better. And usually, like today's a Friday, I'm expecting that it won't be as rigorous of a practice as we usually might have. It'll just be like we come in, get some reps, work hard, get serving reps, hitting reps, things like that. Maybe not so much conditioning, but that's pretty much what we focus on when we're practicing.
Before pretty much every home game, our entire team kind of goes to the hub, and we all get teas, and then we come back and just hang out together and talk and really get in the mindset of it.
For me, specifically as a setter, it's kind of a superstition for me at this point, but I'll go on the wall and I'll warm up my hands. And while I'm at the wall, warming up my hands, I think about what I'm going to do in the game and what I'm going to implement. Coach Danny has a few things that she just kind of has to harp on me on, because when you're in the game, it's so fast-paced that sometimes you can't think about one specific thing. So I think about when I'm on the wall, but for the whole team, we'll always just have speaker blasting music just to kind of get us all hyped up and excited for the game. I think that because PA is such a close-knit community, we can build bonds as a team that maybe bigger schools can't. And so that's what I really love about being on the team is the bond that we have. Seniors and sophomores, seniors and juniors, juniors and sophomores, we all work together as a team, and we're all really close-knit.
I would say my favorite part about being on the team is our bond and how we all share the same love for the game and how we can all work together and just create a special bond, like Anna was saying, just to come together and do what we love.
Senior Lauren Middleton is the Bowen Heffley Orthopedic Student Athlete of the Week. Lauren has danced and cheered for most of her life. This year, Lauren is serving as captain of the Bruin dance team. Lauren is a dedicated student and athlete who continually supports her peers. She is a servant leader who nurtures and supports all around her. Please join us in congratulating Lauren Middleton, the Bowen Heffley Orthopedic Student Athlete of the Week.
Hey folks, welcome back to the Ackles Carpet One halftime show. Now stick around, I'm actually going to turn off the stream one more time and make one more change. Hopefully you've noticed that it's a little better. I think that we've seen a big difference here on our end. So I'm going to make one more quick adjustment. Don't go anywhere. You don't have to touch anything. It'll look like this stream is dead, but it's just fine. We'll be right back here in just a second. All right, folks, I'm going to turn the microphone back on here. Hopefully, we're done messing with that, and I think it might be a little better if you're still with us, so I hope you are. We've got a minute 25 on the halftime clock. The Bruins still lead 14-10. We can go ahead and throw that scoreboard back up there for you. So we'll be starting the third quarter here in just a minute. Looking over at Fearless Friday, I'm going to check out some of the scores around 6A. Sylvan Hills falling behind Benton at halftime. Benton leads 42-21. I got to tell you, that's kind of surprising. Little Rock Catholic leads Greene County Tech 16-8 in the third quarter already. Wow. Looking at, we don't have a score from West Memphis and Jacksonville or El Dorado at Marion. Let's see, at halftime, Sheridan leads Searcy 24-14. Greenbrier leads Siloam Springs in the second quarter. Get this, 21-3. Greenwood shutting out Mountain Home at halftime. Their halftime score 42-0.
Wow.
And as predicted, Lake Hamilton leads Little Rock Christian at halftime 20-13. That's another one to watch. And of course, the score here 14-10. The Bruins lead by only 4. Bruins have had a real hard time getting their rhythm going here in Russellville tonight.
Well, it's only by 4 for now, so doesn't have to stay that way, thankfully.
Folks, if you're still with us and if that picture looks any better, send us a message on our Ron Jones RE/MAX Affiliates Realty live fan feedback. Should be. It's buffering again. Okay. Well. Don't have any cache issues now. That's not bad. It's not bad. It's not, hey, that's what I'm looking for right now, is it's not as bad as it was. Yeah. Not bad, not bad. I'll take it. It just kind of buffering seems to have stopped, according to my own father, George Carroll. Thanks, Pop. All right, so we're going to move along. Looks like we are under a minute before we'll restart this one. So, Garrett, if you were head coach in the locker room tonight, what would you have told the Bruins?
Well, I think as a head coach, you have a couple of options. You can either obviously take a few different approaches to it. Really, it's an opportunity for encouragement or it's an opportunity for realism, depending on how you think your team will respond. Honestly, if I'm the head coach, I'm going in there, I'm providing opportunity for encouragement, but I'm also taking a moment to point out that the reason why we are good as a team is because we set high expectations for ourselves. And that if we're not interested in setting those high expectations anymore, then that's fine. We can just coast the rest of the season and call it a day. Or we can do what we've said we wanted to do since the middle of summer in those super hot practices on that ridiculously hot turf and turn this thing around and put on a performance that we know we can do. Something like that.
Well, we'll see what they come out with. 12 minutes back on the clock. Kel Busby here to kick off.
Look, sometimes it's just a lucky draw of the week. If you've got the good foot, we'll hire you.
Well, he does have the ball teed up in a traditional manner, and it takes a little bounce there, and it looks like it did go far enough, but the Cyclones were able to recover it. That was Brody Dale who picked that up for them. So the Cyclones will start the third quarter with possession. That was the plan anyway, but the Bruins like to change that up. And if you notice that interview with Coach Lucas, that's one of the things that he said they wanted to try and get at least two onside kick recoveries in this game. They haven't had one yet this season. 1st and 10. There's the snap. Look, goes to the left side. Pass is complete to Caden Rose, and he's off to the races at the 20, the 10, the 5, and is forced out of bounds at about the 3-yard line. No, excuse me. He's got him out way back here at the 9. Excuse me, that's the 14. Still not bad at all. It's enough for a first down for the Cyclones. 11:46 left on the clock.
That's definitely not the way that you want to start the half for the Bruins. But look, that's what football is all about. It's about getting beat one play and then beating someone on the next.
There's the snap to Reed. Quick handoff. Handoff goes to Barber. He goes nowhere.
Hunt Harrison on the tackle there. 11 minutes and 36 seconds left to play in this third quarter.
Correction, that was Tracy Daniels on the carry. 2nd down and 10, Cyclones.
Again, just a friendly reminder, we know there's no clock up there. We're doing the best we can to provide that for you guys. Reed is in the shotgun for the Cyclones.
Okay, everybody says it's great. Looks good. Much better. All right, thank you so much, folks. Thanks for sticking around with us.
Reed takes the snap, hands it off to what looks like Tracy Daniels for the Cyclones.
Yes.
10 minutes and 56 seconds on your game clock for the third quarter.
I think that was Theo Turf with the stop. Although it could have been Miles Ward. Not totally sure. If ever in doubt, give the tackle to Miles. There's the snap. Pass goes to the right side. It's deep. He caught it, but it was out. Whoa! Wow. Okay. All I'm going to say at this point is it's a good thing that there's no replay official.
So that's going to be a touchdown for the Cyclones. Going to give you the score of 16-14. Looks like they're going to go for the extra point here. Snap is received. The kick is up.
Nice high kick is good. So the Cyclones take back the lead 17-14 over the Bruins.
Look, that's just a play that since the day began, that play was going to be made as more of a, I don't know, it's just like the world aligned for that play to happen, because I'm hardly sure if he had 1 foot in bounds, which is the requirement that you have to have. And, I mean, there was two.
Does he have to have it inbounds, like in the three-dimensional, like in the air, or
No,
actually on the ground?
the ground?
There's no way that was a catch then. Absolutely no way.
Yeah, so from our perspective up here, it was not so. However, the referees saw it differently, so that is going to give the Cyclones that touchdown. So it's going to be 17-14, 10 minutes and 26 seconds left to play in this third quarter. And as I was saying, look, the ball just found the perfect place at the perfect time, and it was a matter of millimeters.
Here's Matthew Guajaro to kick off back to the Bruins. Nice deep kick. This one is fielded by Kenny Jordan. I wish he'd turn it upfield. It's going to be brought down at the 25-yard line. Going back to our Ron Jones RE/MAX Affiliates Realty live fan feedback. Grandparents, aunt, uncle, and cousins are watching from Illinois. Thanks for letting us cheer on the Bruins. Go, Bruins, go. Fantastic. I'm just going through looking at all of the folks saying the video looks much better. Thank you. Thanks for letting us know. Thanks for your patience tonight. All right, now working from an empty set. Busby has 3 receivers on the left, 2 to the right. It's 1st and 10 for the Bruins. The ball is on their own 26-yard line. There's the snap. Looks to the right side, immediately throws that pass out there. Wow, that one is... It is really hard to call this one. Because the defender had his hands right in his face, which again, that caused for a flag earlier in the game.
Yeah, it's not rocket science, the pass interference penalty, and I mean that in the literal sense, not in the figurative sense.
Same formation. There's the snap. Pass is out there, and it's time it is complete. That is enough for a Holloman and Associates first down. That pass is complete to John Mark Charette. 10 minutes, 10 seconds left in the third quarter. That'll move the chains. Busby sets up in the shotgun once again. Flip that formation. They've got 3 receivers on the right, 2 on the left, now man in motion. Quick handoff to Kenny Jordan. He cuts across, flag comes in. He is stopped at the 40-yard line. Let's go back and see what this flag was. It was on the Bruins side.
But you want to know something? That's not just any flag. That is a PI roofing penalty
flag. That's right.
I mean, that is a whole different type. So they're going to call
blocking in the back against the Bruins.
So normally blocking in the back is on a return or it's on an interception.
Right.
It's where a player who, the way the referees look for it is a player who's on the ground who theoretically should not be on the ground.
Right.
Like they should just still be running. So it's rare that you get a block in the
well,
back.
Now
right
let's be clear. That hand signal is actually illegal use of the hands.
Right.
So it could be more generalized and not just blocking in the back.
I'm game for that.
There's the pass from Busby going to the right, and it's going to sail out of bounds. That was intended for Charette.
9 minutes and 44 seconds left in this third quarter. And again, Busby took a shot there. Somehow that defensive line for the Cyclones has made a habit of finding their way to Kel Busby and introducing him to their turf.
I want to quickly say hello to Stetson Moon, first grader at PA and future Bruin football player. Thanks for watching tonight.
All right, Stetson.
2 receivers on either side, 1 man in the backfield. Busby from the shotgun. There's the snap. Looks to the left side. Has plenty of room, plenty of time. Now he's going to run off the right side. He's going to have to throw that one.
It's not a penalty.
He is out of the box.
It is not a penalty because he's out of the box. and it made it to the line of scrimmage. Remember, we had this discussion
Yes.
at one of the earlier games this season, which is a new adjustment to the rule.
Right,
So-
for high school.
Correct. So it's not that the people yelling or that feel passionately about that would be incorrect if it was last year.
Sure.
But this is 2022.
Busby working from an empty set, has 4 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Taking his time. 9:31 left in the quarter. Looks to the right, under pressure, runs to the left, passes out there, is complete to Kenny Jordan, and he is brought down. No gain, unfortunately. That's going to bring us back to the original line of scrimmage. Looks like maybe 2 more yards. So instead of 3rd and 20, now it's 4th, and we'll call it 8.
So it's going to be 4th down for the Bruins. 9 minutes and 4 seconds left here in your third quarter. This is where the Bruins are known for making a statement. Let's see if we can come up with one here.
Another empty set. He has 3 receivers on the right, 2 on the left.
Busby checking back to the sideline.
6 seconds on the play clock. 4. There's the snap. Looks to the right. Airs it out. He's got a man, and he got it. That was complete to Jalen McKinney for an incredible Holloman and Associates first down. Seriously.
Yeah, that was finally a nice, good throw from Kel Busby. Maybe not exactly where you want it with the safety there, but they're already lining up, run the next play. Busby takes the snap, hands it off to Kenny Jordan. Kenny Jordan is met by a large cyclone.
It's a warm front.
A small thunderstorm.
It's a cumulonimbus.
So 8 minutes left on your clock here. Busby is in ace formation, takes the snap, hands it off again to Kenny Jordan. He's running to the left, stiffs armed a defender, cuts back to the inside. He's still on his feet and puts his head down for a massive Bruin gain.
Inside the Caldwell Toyota red zone.
And another Holloman and Associates.
First down.
The only thing we didn't get there was a PI roofing penalty.
I'm glad for that, though.
And I'm very glad for that. And I'm even more glad for our sponsors, which includes Crown Trophy, which is what we're going to get after we win this game.
There's the snap. Looks to pass to the right side. Pass is complete to Will Hawkins.
Go, baby. Go,
And
baby.
if he
Got
can
it.
cut up, it looks like he got it. He did. Touchdown, Bruins. Will Hawkins.
And that's just the true grit and grind of being on a Bruin football team where you do not take no for an answer. You might stop us once, you might stop us twice, but eventually we're going to find a way.
Let's see from our live fan feedback. Go Jalen McKinney from Uncle Paul and Aunt Barbie in Heber Springs. Charlie Cotros' grandmother in Atlanta. The cot in Cotros rhymes with hot.
We'll get it right. Busby in ace formation, takes the snap, pitches it to Kenny Jordan, and he's in for the
Nice.
2-point conversion. So that's nice and refreshing to see. Instead of taking the ball at the 17-yard line, that's going to bring your score 17 for the Cyclones, 22 for the Bruins. So they're able to capture the lead once again. You've got 7 minutes and 33 seconds left in your third quarter. This is going to be one heck of a football game.
It already is. Well, going back to our Ron Jones Remax Affiliates Realty Live fan feedback from my brother, Will Ingram, says, Josh, we can go to lunch at our same place on Friday, and I want dessert too. That's because he and I had a little friendly lunch wager on how many points Russellville would score. So, yeah, I lost, and I'll see you Friday.
Busby, the kicker for the Bruins. Special thanks to Centennial Bank. Tailgate sponsor tonight.
So the Bruins are going to line up for the kickoff. Kel Busby, once again, is playing that dual role. He's now going to be a kicker.
That is interesting. He doesn't typically kick this often. There's another end over end. This one's not going to make it that full 10 yards. The Bruins say they have it, but where the official is standing, that's 9 yards. So you can't have possession up there. If the Bruins did have possession right there, it would have been a flag anyway.
Not necessarily. As long as one of the Cyclone players touched it.
That's true. You're
then
right.
we could have possession of it, and I think that's what we were hoping for. But
yeah,
what makes that interesting though is that okay, so if we did touch the ball, it should be a flag.
Right.
That we have no flag.
Right.
Do you see what I'm saying?
It wouldn't have changed anything.
No. Yes, it would have.
It would have changed where the ball was going?
The reason why the flag is not thrown means that the ball was touched by a Cyclone in order for them not to throw a flag.
Okay.
That's why I'm saying we should have the ball.
Well, speaking of flags, there's one.
So the Cyclones just ran a little short pass play. It looks like we had a little bit of movement on the offensive line or in the formation for the Cyclones. 7 minutes and 26 seconds on your game clock.
From Trey Adams, former Bruin. Go Peyton Adams from Big Brother Trey all the way in Oxford, Mississippi.
Blake Amsler just replied to one of my tweets. Again, it's at Garrett Benson, Garret _ B as in boy, E-N-S-O-N on Twitter. I have basically like my mom and a few other people following me. If you would like to add to that, please follow me. Blake Amsler replied to one of mine and said he would bring a hammock and join us.
Oh, fantastic. There's the snap to Reed, rolling out the right side under pressure, and he's going to chuck this one over the head of Alec Bowles. Bowles was being chased down the field by Hunt Harrison, and I promise you, if Hunt Harrison was chasing me like that, I'd probably run a little faster too.
Maybe back in my prime, being 29 now, I understand my body has limits. I think I would just run
a river.
I think I'd just run the other way.
So everybody's heard of dad bod. I've got vet bod. It's like dad bod, but with more knee pain.
Okay. Okay, I guess that can be a thing.
Yeah.
We can make that a thing.
That's been a thing for a while, man.
6 minutes and 59 seconds left to play in the third quarter.
2nd and 15. There's the snap to Reed. Hands off immediately to Barber, his favorite. Why did he – I don't understand how he got that far, but good for him. Picks up what looks like almost 10 yards. Davis Hossel?
Yep.
With a stop?
No, he came up and tried to make a play on the ball, and so did KJ Colin, except for I think we are once again being reminded that we can't make tackles with our forearms.
Sure. Not well, anyway.
Well.
6:51 left in the third quarter. 3rd down, 6 yards to go for the Cyclones. Reed has one receiver on either side, under pressure, throws that one away, nearly intercepted. That was intended for Caden Rose.
And Josh Holloman was able to take a shot at Reed. Nice to give them a little taste of their own medicine for how much Kel Busby has taken tonight. 6 minutes and 46 seconds left to play here in your third quarter. Looks like the Cyclones are going to punt. And let it be no surprise, Ben Hallman is going to be Hallmark.
Oh, yeah, Hallmark. The name has thrown me off all night.
I just realized one of my – oh. And they are going to let that be a touchback. That was an excellent punt by Ben Hallmark, and the special teams did not execute. And it looks like the coach is trying to make a case. The referee on the sideline is letting him know that that's not a good idea. Now, reminding everybody, they already have a one unsportsmanlike conduct on their sideline.
Now, that brings up an interesting question. You mentioned this earlier. Okay, he's going to look it up because I'm asking the question now. If an individual player gets 2 unsportsmanlike penalties and that player is ejected, so what happens if you have 2 on the sideline? Well, I guess, but which coach gets ejected? That would be.
Yep.
Would it be the head coach?
I
don't know. Garrett is our rules aficionado.
Somewhat.
Mainly, not to say that
Okay.
you know all the rules, but you do know a lot of them, but you like them.
I do like them a lot.
So this PI Roofing penalty flag is holding against the Cyclones. 6:32 left in the third quarter. So that's enough to move the chains for the Bruins. It'll be 1st and 10. 3 receivers on the left, 2 on the right for Busby, working from an empty set. There's the snap. He keeps this one, runs straight up the middle, across the 40, the 45, the 50, and is forced out of bounds.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I don't understand why do you throw a player to the ground when he's already out of bounds. But that was Mekhi Foster. That's interesting. 6:24 left in the third quarter. Bruins continue their lead 22-17. Again with an empty set. 3 receivers on the left, 2 on the right. Busby from the shotgun. Their coach really needs a get-back man, I'm telling you. Busby under pressure. He's going to throw this one to the sidelines. He had about 3 different potential receivers right there in the area. So that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Only ran a few seconds off the clock. It's 6:16 left in the third quarter. Oh, Mark, I wish I could say that. I'm not sure that I can, though. I'm not sure that I want to is the actual phrasing. That was quick handoff to Jalen McKinney. Do you want to say that?
I do not.
Okay.
I do not.
Mark, I think you're right, but I don't want to say it. No. This one comes in. It says, "Go Big Al Thomason" from Uncle Boo, Coy, and Will from Texarkana. I'm not surprised that Alan Thomason has an Uncle Boo. I'm not surprised by that at all.
I want one.
That is awesome.
I'm now renaming my uncle.
Uncle Boo. So 1st and 10 for the Bruins. They lead 22-17. Still not the spread anyone would have called. Elizabeth Clogston, PA Bruins #1 fan, says,
Oh, yeah.
Garrett, you're doing a great job.
Man, that gives me the big happy on the inside. That makes me feel all good.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
If you've got her stamp of approval,
take that, Josh.
You're there. Go Bruins, especially Walt Smiley from William, Charlie, and Howard Marks. Great job. Yeah, Mark thought it was pretty funny that that's Mark from the Pulaski Academy class of '78. He thought that was hilarious. We wouldn't repeat what he said that we all agree with.
I'm going to do some more research on the double sideline unsportsmanlike conduct. Basically, from what I can see, it's just don't do it.
Right. Quick pitch over to Jordan. Cuts upfield, makes his way across the 30, almost to the 25. Looks like they're going to mark him down at the 26-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 5 yards to go.
So the Bruins have actually done really well eating up a lot of clock here, and more importantly, keeping that Cyclone defense on the field.
5:47 left in the third quarter. 3 receivers on the left, 1 on the right, 1 man on the backfield for Busby. There's the snap, looks to the right side, passes out there, complete to Kenny Jordan. He's across the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Kenny Jordan for the Bruins.
I mean,
yes, sir.
I think we should just start calling him Jukebox Jenny.
Jukebox Kenny. I like it.
Jukebox Kenny. because the moves that he just threw down right there, I mean, I think I have a headache watching that.
That brings our score to 28-17. Bruins extending their lead slightly. And there's a flag prior to the snap.
It's not a flag. It's a PI roofing penalty.
Thank you. Yeah, that's going to be half the distance to the goal.
Dead ball, encroachment on the defense. I've seen more penalties in the extra point and the 2-point conversions than I have in the actual gameplay.
There's another one.
Yep.
Another one.
Go for 2.
Right? You've inched them at half the distance twice.
Offsides on the defense.
No. Coach Lucas says kick it anyway.
Honestly, for someone who did kick field goals and was
you wouldn't want to be that close, would you?
Well, I mean, I didn't kick them great. I could make them, but still, there's a lot of time between the last time you kicked a ball.
Sure. Kick is up and good. Makes the Bruins score 29, Cyclones 17. Well, Miss Clogston, and you're probably correct. She says you throw the player out of bounds because you can, because you know the refs are not going to throw a flag.
I mean, it's definitely a judgment call.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a 50-50 shot there. Either the flag's coming out or it's not.
Isn't that the case for every play?
It depends on who you ask. For me personally, I like to give myself better odds, at least 55-45.
Well, unless he goes back and watches tonight's broadcast, he's not going to hear this, but I'll tell him anyway. For Patton Wicker, go Bruins. Your family in New Orleans loves watching you. And Madison Taylor's parents say, thanks for all your hard work to make it possible to see the games in Tennessee. Go Bruins. That comes in from Gail Taylor. I was trying to say that loud enough so that Coach could hear me in the next room. I don't think he hears me.
I think Coach Taylor is hyper-focused on this kick that just happened, end over end, and it's touched. It looks like the Bruins might have a chance to come up with it. It definitely hit a Cyclone on its way in.
No.
And they're going to say the Cyclones recovered the ball. It looked like there was a chance for the Bruins to come up with it. I mean, it definitely hit a Cyclone player, and it just seems like we were just a little bit late on the draw there.
That's the second one the Bruins
But
thought they had.
Let's go back to that other kickoff. This is the point that I'm making, is that if you have a kickoff that does not go 10 yards, even if the offense touches it, there's still a flag. There's still a flag.
Oh.
So what I'm saying is that on the last kickoff, they did not
There
enforce.
had to be a flag.
Right. That's the only way that outcome happens, unless if we touch the ball. We have
there is a flag.
That's going to be on – I think we might have your double sideline here. We do have a PI roofing penalty on the play. I don't think the players entirely know that
yet. There
it
is.
Okay.
It's going to call –
So we just stopped play to call an offside on the defense that the Cyclones elected to decline.
What?
All righty then.
Or maybe he called two and we just didn't see the first one and said that they offset.
Well, PI roofing penalty, everybody.
Right.
5:28 left to play in the third quarter. Reed takes the snap, hands it off to number 25, Justin Barber.
Barber, yeah.
And the entire den of the Bruin defense decided to make a play there, so that's going to be a loss of about a yard. Second down in 12. I don't see how that's 12, but okay, they're going to mark him down 2 yards back. Excuse me. Second down and 12. The ball's going to be on the 49-yard line.
Apparently, Kenny's nickname is Crazy Legs Jordan.
See, I knew it had to be something about the legs.
And they said, this kid is awesome. We agree. There's the snap. Quick handoff. Again, goes to Barber. He's up the middle. He's across the 35, almost to the 30. has his legs knocked out from underneath him. That was number 22, Walt Smiley, with the stop.
He's been able to make a few plays like that tonight. Unfortunately, as a corner, that's not really where you want to make a play. You're happy to do it because it's the play that needs to be made, but really we'd like to see that running back get stopped closer to the line of scrimmage. You've got a running game clock of 4 minutes and 22 seconds. Your score, the Bruins lead 29-17. It's going to be first down and 10 for the Cyclones on their 33-yard line. Reed takes the snap, fakes a handoff, passes to the right side.
That is Alec Bowles with the reception.
Alec Bowles with the reception, and he took a shot. I don't know who it was from. Josh, did you see who made the tackle there? I just didn't know since you had your 44 times magnifying binoculars. So there's going to be a pause on the clock because the ball went out of bounds.
So it's paused at 4:05 with 4 minutes, 5 seconds left in the third quarter.
It's going to be a first down for the Cyclones. Reed getting everyone in formation, and this seems to be the standard formation for the Cyclones tonight. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Man in motion, running back on his right side. He hands it off. The Cyclones work it up the field. Tracy Daniels on the carry. Works it up. I didn't quite imagine. Okay, yeah, there we go. Works it up a yard. For a second, I thought they had marked it 2 yards further. Your clock is now running 3 minutes and 45 seconds. Second down, 9 yards to go for the Cyclones. Ball is on the 20-yard line. Cyclones are working up the field from our left to right. Once again, that standard formation for the Cyclones.
Every time it seems like.
Reed takes the snap, runs to his right, and he is tackled by his shoelaces.
That is River Angel with the sack.
River Angel coming up with a big play for the Bruins right there. That's the kind of defense that we want to see more of as this game progresses. Your clock is at 3 minutes and 8 seconds. It's still running. Your play clock has 22 seconds on it. Third down, 13 to go.
Not sure if you could hear that booing over our mics, but that was the student section because they were showing our...
Nope, they were just cheering for our uncle. Reed takes the snap, looks to the right, throws the ball out of bounds. His intended receiver was number 11, Caden Rose.
Uh-oh. There's a Bruin down. That is Peyton Adams. It's shaken up on the play.
The good news is, at least from a positive perspective, potentially it is still warm and humid, so cramps could definitely be a thing.
Sure.
But we'll see how this plays out here.
Have our athletic trainer, Todd Ross, is out there. Coach Lucas makes his way out there to check him out.
So just a time check for you, 2 minutes, 47 seconds. We're in the third quarter of this game. As we're down there assessing the injury, we'll get information on that for you guys as fast as someone in the crowd can tell us, or someone on the sideline, which in this event is not very probable. So we will update you accordingly. The good news, though, positive side of things, it is going to be fourth down for the Cyclones. They need 13 yards to go.
It looked like he had a maybe some type of sprain on his ankle, on his right ankle. He is putting weight on it, so that's a good sign. He's leaving the field with a little help.
And that is a official medical analysis from Joshua Carroll. We are only about 250 yards from the spot of the injury. Think he just got a hitch in his giddy-up. All right, so we're back to the game.
Never going to let it go.
Cyclones in their standard formation. Reed takes the snap, looks to his right. He's got a player, and it is almost intercepted. We had number 20, Jet Smith, and number 22, Walt Smiley, on the coverage. So
either
again,
one of them could have had it.
That was fourth down. So the Bruins are going to take over the ball
at the 24-yard line. 2 minutes, 43 seconds left in the third quarter. Seems like the first half of the third quarter went by so fast, and then it came to a screeching halt.
Yeah, you know, that's kind of like my Fridays.
Yep.
2 minutes and 43 seconds on your game clock here.
That lightning is getting closer.
It's not lightning. Those are camera flashes off in the distance.
Ah, Angels flashing cameras. Got it.
That is just Starlink cruising through the sky.
So with an empty set, there are 3 receivers on the left, 2 on the right. There's the snap to Busby. He keeps going straight up the middle. Dodges 1, 2, 3, and finally drops to his takes a seat at the 40-yard line.
Do you think Todd could come up here and check out my ankles? Because I just got juked on that play. 2 minutes and 30 seconds on your game clock. Bruins set up to run the play.
3 receivers on the left, 2 to the right. Empty set. There's the snap. Looks to the right side. Still lots of time. There's this pass. It's complete to Jalen McKinney. He turns it upfield, makes his way across the 40. Excuse me, they're going to mark him out of bounds at the 40 in Cyclone territory. That's enough for a Holloman and Associates first down.
Well, when you get Jalen the Jet McKinney the ball, he has nowhere to go but up that field and gain some yardage. 2 minutes and 9 seconds on your game clock. Yeah, go ahead.
Twin receivers on both sides, 1 man in the backfield. There's the snap. Quick handoff goes to Kenny Jordan. He makes his way up to the 35. A little bit slow to get up. Nope, he's coming out for a minute.
Yeah, I mean, those helmets aren't exactly foolproof from fingers. Sometimes they can find their way in there, especially when you got a bunch of people grabbing at you.
Well, Kenny's granny and pa in Nashville are watching tonight. I'm sure they're very proud of how he's doing. There's the snap. Quick handoff. This time goes to Charlie Katros.
Oh, there was all of a sudden was pandemonium
yeah.
in the stands over here, and I realized all of the cheerleaders are throwing T-shirts and stuff in the stands.
There's another Bruin that's down.
Let me tell you, if you want to test humanity and just see if we're all actually insane or not, let me provide you 2 examples. One, getting off an airplane or getting on an airplane.
Right.
Why do we all want to get on the airplane, the little tube, so fast?
So quickly, and then get off of it so fast. Yeah.
So Katros, am I saying that right now?
Yes.
Katros is up.
He's up, walked off without assistance. So.
And the second way you can tell we're all insane is you get a large group of people who have no idea who each other is. You stick them in some stands, and you just act like you're going to throw something in the stands.
Yeah.
And they'll lose their minds.
Oh, absolutely, every time.
I mean, I'm really, really mad I didn't get a shirt.
Busby working from an empty set, has 3 receivers on the left, 2 to the right. It's 1st and 10 for the Bruins. 1:21 left in the 3rd quarter. There's the snap. The pass is out there. It's complete to John Mark Charette. And let's see, he's going to be about 1.5 yards shy of the first down. It'll be 2nd and 2.
So the Bruins are going to pick up on their offensive pace. Busby's got a lone in the backfield. He takes the snap, runs directly up the middle.
Picks up the first down.
He's able to get the Holloman and Associates first down, so the ball's going to be spotted at the 15-yard line. 53 seconds winding down with a running clock for the rest of the 3rd quarter here. First down and 10 for the Bruins. Looks like the hastiness to make a play here has slowed. 37 seconds on the clock. The Bruins looking to the sidelines for the play. Busby back to take the snap, takes it, pitches it to the left to Kenny Jordan. Kenny making a move, makes a guy miss, is inside the 10 and working his way up, fighting for that next yard inside all the way down to the 4-yard line. The clock is still running, though it should be stopped, I believe. Did they wait for it to stop?
He actually gave 2 signals. He gave one for it to roll and then the next one for it to stop.
Okay, well, the
now
clock.
It's rolling again.
And we are now at 10 seconds left on your 3rd quarter clock here. 1st and 5 for the Bruins. Nope. Yeah, 1st and 5, 4 seconds. And I believe we're going to run out the quarter here.
Sure are. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. Your Bruins lead 29-17 over Russellville's Cyclones. We've got one more fantastic quarter of football ahead. Let's take a short break. We'll be right back with more Bruin football on PA Live.
Senior Lauren Middleton is the Bowen Heffley Orthopedic Student Athlete of the Week. Lauren has danced and cheered for most of her life. This year, Lauren is serving as captain of the Bruin dance team. Lauren is a dedicated student and athlete who continually supports her peers. She is a servant leader who nurtures and supports all around her. Please join us in congratulating Lauren Middleton, the Bowen Heffley Orthopedic Student Athlete of the Week.
And we're back. Haven't missed a thing. I think we're going to be treated to a little Neil Diamond. Touching hands. Reaching out.
Yeah, so the lyrics, everyone knows the lyrics. If you're at home, sing it along in your head.
Sing along, yeah, in your head. You know, and we're going to have to be a lot more careful about the music this season.
Was it the DCMA stuff? Or?
Yeah. There's been several high schools that have been completely banned already this year.
Bruins starting the fourth quarter. It's a quick pitch to Jalen McKinney. He was running to his left. He stops just short of the goal line.
There's a Cyclone on the field.
Yeah.
He's hurting.
I hope he's okay. He just, I believe, oh.
Yeah, you don't ever want to do that.
I believe he's having a seizure.
No, he's just flailing about. But it looks like he's cramping up in his hamstring. And his friend, his teammate there, I should say friend, his teammate was trying to help him stretch it out. But you've got trainers on site. There's doctors all around. Just step back and let them handle it.
You know,
you do it wrong, you end up tearing something and ending his season.
Honestly, it was just the way that he dropped to the ground. That was very interesting.
Oh, it was pretty dramatic.
Yeah, so 10 points to him for acting, and I hope that cramp comes out nicely.
Well, so George Carroll, my dad, he's watching the lightning, and he said that there is lightning to the east of Cabot. So that's way on out there. So, but that's what we're seeing.
So that's about an hour and 20 minutes away.
Oh yeah. There's a good storm moving through tonight. Okay.
Yeah, there is a good storm, and it's happening right now on this field, and it is not a cyclone.
There's a big storm coming. Have you seen that? You hadn't seen that?
Back to the game.
Oh, come on. Those are funny. I love those.
I believe you.
Have you seen it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I'm going to have to show you that. I'll send it to you later. It's silly, but it's this little video that somebody made, and it looks like a church video. It's really cringy. It's like from a long time ago. But yeah, it was like this, they're trying to be very popular. Yeah.
Man, that was such a great explanation. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay. All right. Well, if anybody else, well, there's nothing really else going on right now. We can talk about some of the stuff coming in on our live fan feedback. We love number 15, Charlie's favorite sister, Gracie, PA class of 15. Norrisha Wood says, I'm missing Romello. And somebody else said something about Romello. I've actually been looking for him on the sidelines. I don't see him out there. Looking for number 8. I don't see him one way or another, so I don't know what his status is. But if I find out, I will pass it along. So go Peyton Adams, love your Aunt Deidre. Kenny Jordan, Rubber Band Man, number 2.
11 minutes and 49 seconds on your game clock.
Everyone's pulled in tight this time. You've got 3 receivers on the right, 2 to the left. There's the snap. He's going to keep this one and run it straight through for a touchdown.
Touchdown, Bruins.
Make that one look easy. So with 11:41 left in the game, there we go. Got the score up to 35-17. And looks like they're going to kick again. Is it just me, or have we kicked more PATs this year than we normally do?
So the Bruins don't connect on the kick. And to answer your question, I feel like we're doing that because of how many penalties we racked up on those 2-point conversions earlier.
Right.
I think eventually you just play the probabilities of, all right, if they're going to be calling lots of penalties on 2-point conversions, we'll take the kick.
Sure. Well, I'm told that the storm coming is the 7th grade Bruins football team. That's what I'm told on the live fan feedback.
Okay, well, I have no argument for that whatsoever. And honestly, I would just like to let's just do this. Let's classify the Storm as all Bruin teams. I'm not one for participation trophies, but we all are Bruins. So if you participate in a sport, congratulations, you're the Storm, and it's coming.
I like it.
11 minutes, 41 seconds to
Is that
play.
Walt Smiley out there to kick? Here it comes. Takes an end-over-end bounce. Still not taking that high bounce that they like to see after 8 yards or so. Just kind of dribbling across the turf. So the Cyclones easily cover that one up.
You know, funny enough, one kicker that was really good at it at one point in time was George Friedman when I played. And the funny thing was, normally when you kick that and try and get it end over end, you want to point your foot on the ball so it really takes that end over end approach. But he would kick it like a soccer ball, so with the inside of his foot.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow he was able to get it to pop right when it needed to. So the Cyclones take the field. Reed takes the snap. They were in their standard formation, which we are now calling it.
Call it a cyclone formation.
Cyclone formation. Or, I mean, the way that it looks, it would be called a cyclone aftermath. Not much direction to it. Everybody's everywhere. So a short gain for the Cyclones on the play. 2nd down and 7. 11 minutes and 18 seconds in your fourth quarter. Ball is on the 47-yard line.
There's a PI roofing penalty flag.
And that's going to be called on River Angel. When you get excited and you've made a couple plays, you're so eager to make the next, it's easy to make small mistakes. So River's going to take a break on the sideline for a second, cool off.
Do a little pep talk.
But I'm sure we will see him again. There's no doubt about that. So the clock is now running.
Little vocal motivation there.
Yeah.
Oh.
11 minutes and now 10 minutes and 58 seconds. Reed takes the snap, hands it off to number 25, who is one Justin Barber. He didn't make it far before he got met with some Bruins. As a matter of fact, he made negative yards on the play, so we'll take 2 yards back off of his stats for the night. Clock is at 10 minutes and 34 seconds. 3rd down for the Cyclones here.
Clock is still counting. 10 minutes, 20 seconds. 12 seconds on the play clock.
Reed lines up to take the snap. He's got 3 players to his left, running back to his right. They're going to fake the handoff to the left. Reed up the middle of the field, misses a tackle, and is brought down.
9.
Okay, well, there we go. Hunt Harrison is able to make the stop on the play. And just to let you know, it does look like Romello Bell is in the game right now, just for that point of reference.
Good.
So the Bruins would have liked to have had that play back, I'm sure. 9 minutes and 48 seconds left on your game clock. 1st down for the Cyclones. We are now in the standard Cyclone formation. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Reed takes the snap, hands the ball off to Tracy Daniels. And he's able to get a 5-yard gain or so is what it looks like. And if you disagree with me, that's okay. The stop was made by the Bruins.
Well, hopefully,
minutes
because I don't see another team out there.
9 minutes and 14 seconds. Oh, my goodness. Thank you. You finally dished it back. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The season is officially underway. Oh, yes. 9 minutes on your game clock. Second down for the Cyclones. They've got the ball on their own 15. Cyclone formation favoring the right side. Reed takes the snap, looks to his right, passes to number 5, Alec Bowles. Alec tried to run with the ball before he caught it. He heard the storm of the Bruins headed his way. Third down and 5 for the Cyclones.
Until Garrett announced that he's 29, I had almost forgotten how old we are. Thanks. Also, go John Mark. Oh, is that Kelsey Charette?
Oh. Yeah, Kelsey, we're old. It's okay. Third down for the Cyclones. Reed takes the snap, fakes a handoff, and is bobbled. And we are looking to see, it looks like Reed was able to get back on the ball, but that's still a positive play for the Bruins and a negative one for the Cyclones. They're going to lose yardage on that. So they're going to have fourth down on the 21-yard line. Your clock is at 8 minutes and 30 seconds here in your fourth quarter. Reed's looking to the sideline for the play, puts his hands up on his hips and trying to figure out what's going on. Still looking for the play. Game clock is at 8 minutes and 17 seconds. Your play clock is at 12 seconds. Looks like we might have a little bit of clock milking here.
6, 5, 4.
It looks
3,
like we are
2,
waiting for the Cyclones to call a timeout.
Yes, we were.
And so they did.
I'm not sure can you explain to me the philosophy behind just letting time go by when you're this far behind in the game?
So, honestly,
yeah, they only have one timeout left.
Yeah, so on the board it says they have one timeout left. Normally the strategy is that if you are basically, I don't know why they did that here because it's fourth down and they waited to call a timeout. There's still 8 minutes, right?
Right.
They don't have the game clock up there. They have a countdown clock, so
yeah,
I can't.
It's really hard to tell you.
So even there's times where the commentators can't see the time, which is just so invigorating.
Right. I'll tell you how much time is left in about 7 seconds.
The point is that normally you try and do that strategy if it's a closer game and you're trying to score, and then you believe that either you can get the ball back or you can
stop them,
force a turnover.
Yeah.
8 minutes and 2 seconds on your game clock. Fourth down and 10. The Cyclones coming out of a timeout, so they should have a set play. Reed takes the snap, looks to his right, and it is almost intercepted by the Bruins. Just a great play for the Bruins. Number 22, Walt Smiley, making sure we call his name more than a couple of times tonight. Getting the Bruins back the ball and a chance to put this one away.
It's not bad field position either. You're going to take possession of it at the 22.
So playing the Bruins is always one of those teams that's so difficult because literally until earlier in this quarter, it looked like the Cyclones were still sticking in there. So if we can make something of this, that will be great.
3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left, man in the backfield, little play action. Kel Busby on the run. He'll make it across the 25-yard line to pick up 3 yards. There's 7 minutes, 52 seconds left in the game. Second down, 6 yards to go. Might see a little bit of buffering, but hoping to keep that to a minimum. There's the pass, complete.
Will Hawkins on the catch, taking it out to the right side. He fought hard for what looks like a 3 yard gain.
Oh, they had 3. Now they backed it up to 1.
Okay, they just officially marked the yardage.
Yeah.
So 7 minutes and 29 seconds on your game clock.
Twin receivers on both sides of the field. 1 man in the backfield. He's in motion. A little confusion there by the Bruins looking back to the sidelines. 8 seconds on the play clock. There's the snap. Looks left side. There's the pass. It's complete. And he's across the 40, the 30, and is brought down at the 25-yard line. That is Jalen McKinney.
And that's another Holloman and Associates first down. 6 minutes and 58 seconds on your clock. Once they get the clock or the ball set, they're going to start it. So we've already got a clock running down. First down and 10 to go for the Bruins.
3 receivers on the left, 1 on the right, 1 man in the backfield on his right side. There's the snap to Busby. Quick handoff goes to Jordan. No, excuse me. I got play action myself there. There's Busby with the keep, and he is brought down at the, looks like they're going to mark that at the 13-yard line. That's another first down for the Bruins.
Another Holloman and Associates first down. That was Tristan Wisenant.
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 I only know that because he or one of his relatives are wrestlers.
Well, great for them. 6 minutes and 28 seconds on the clock.
There's the snap. Quick pitch goes over to, is that 7, Andrew Pfizer?
That sure is.
Very interesting.
I mean, it wasn't the most beautiful play I've ever seen, but it got yardage, and that's all that matters.
2nd and 1.
6 minutes and 7 seconds on your game clock.
2 receivers on the left, 2 on the right. Kenny Jordan in the backfield, now man in motion. He's coming back. There's the snap. Quick handoff to Jordan. He goes to the left side. He works his way into the end zone for a Bruin touch.
Nope.
Did the ball come loose?
Looks like the ball came out, and
Cyclones have it.
So the ball came out on the play. Honestly, I'm not sure when it came out. I thought he had made it past the goal line, which at any time, if the ball crosses the threshold of the goal line, which means as long as the edge of the football breaks the plane of the white marker of the end zone, then it is considered a touchdown. We are not going to be afforded that luxury today. So we go from the red zone, which is sponsored by
Caldwell Toyota.
Caldwell Toyota Red Zone, to on our heels on defense. The good news is we've got 5 minutes and 48 seconds left of football here to play, and the Cyclones have a long way to go. Reed takes the snap, fakes a handoff to his right, and he is immediately met by number 42, Preston Spann, for the Bruins. And I believe they actually lost some yardage on that play.
They did. The Bruins looked like they were trying to push him back before, more than anything. This comes in courtesy of Dr. Wayne Bruffett. He says Lake Hamilton's final score, Lake Hamilton 34, Little Rock Christian 19.
Thank you, Dr. Bruffett. I hope you're doing well. 5 minutes and 16 seconds. Your game clock is running in your fourth quarter. The ball on the scoreboard is said to be at the 2-yard line. So 2nd and 11 for the Cyclones. Reed takes the snap, hands it off. The ball is run up the middle by the Cyclones for number 25, Justin Barber. 3rd down and 3 for the Cyclones.
I didn't see his number, but I just assumed it was Barber. That's been his go-to running back all night.
We've seen a lot of Justin Barber, and we've seen quite a bit of, now I can't find his name, Mekhi Foster. 4 minutes and 34 seconds. I find it interesting that the Cyclones are still electing to let this much clock run off if they were hoping to make anything out of this. So Cyclone formation, Reed takes the snap, hands it off again. The ball's run up the middle. So it's going to be 4th down for the Cyclones. We're about to pass that 4-minute threshold in the fourth quarter.
I think that was Jet Smith with the tackle that time.
So the Cyclones are 100% going to go for it here.
3:55 left in the game.
They just substituted a receiver for a lineman.
Interesting.
So your clock is still running. Reed takes the snap, tries to get it up the middle, and it is a no-sir from the Bruins. Who was that?
Wow.
My goodness.
Trying to see, that's 9.
Number 9, Hunt Harrison said, "Call me daddy," and threw the quarterback Reed to the ground. So it's going to be 1st and goal for the Bruins in the
This is not a spot that you want to turn over the ball to the Bruins.
in the Caldwell Toyota red zone. No better place to get the football besides in the end zone. 3 minutes, 37 seconds here in your 4th quarter. Let's see if the Bruins can put this away.
Busby has 3 receivers on the left, 1 on the right, and Kenny Jordan in the backfield on his left side. There's the snap, rolls out the right side, under pressure, passes out there. That is incomplete. That was intended for Jalen McKinney. Caught that with the ground. So they'll try it again. 2nd and 10. 2nd and goal, excuse me.
3 minutes and 30 seconds here in the 4th quarter.
Is that Counting Crows? Hard to Handle is the name of the song.
All right, so must be that almost full moon out tonight. Busby takes the snap, rolling out to his right. He's got receiver down. Oh, my goodness.
Was that intercepted? Let's see.
That was intercepted and a touchback by the Cyclones. So that was number 11 for the Cyclones. That was Caden Rose. What is that, his 3rd interception for the Knights?
It has to be, yeah.
I think Busby's going to look back at this game and wish he had some of these throws back. It's not that it's necessary. I mean, I guess it does boil down to bad decision-making on that. You'd like to see him just use his feet. But as a quarterback, you do grow and learn, and as a quarterback who naturally knows he's good with his feet, it probably becomes a split-second mental battle.
3 minutes, 20 seconds left in the game.
So for the last now 2 possessions for the Cyclones, it has not moved past the 20-yard line. So Reed takes the snap, is pressured by some Bruins. He's able to connect with number 5, Alex Bowles. So they're going to get a nice gain on the play. So 2nd down and 4. 3 minutes and 14 seconds on your game clock.
From our live fan feedback, go Bruins from the Chandlers, McFarlands, Waynes, and the Edwards.
I like that. Reed has 3 receivers to his right, a running back in the backfield. He hands the ball off to his running back, number 25, Justin Barber, who fights for a couple of yards on the play.
He's stopped by Peyton Adams.
Your clock is still running. It's at 2 minutes and 58 seconds. I just can't stop thinking about the clock that they ran down and then called a timeout.
They're going to want that back.
I feel like there was better use of that. I feel like there's better use a lot of this in-between time. I mean, I know they're down a lot, but I'd like to see some hastiness. Reed takes the snap, fakes a handoff, throws it to his left to number 11, Caden Rose. KJ Colin on the stop.
That's a 1st down for the Cyclones.
Again, Romella Bell is in on this series. I mean, I think really, if anything, we haven't been able to call his name as much because it's been a project for him tonight. There's been probably, his name gets around in some double teams and a few people helping out. Reed sets up, takes the snap, looking down the middle. He's pressured by the Bruins. He connects with number 25, Justin Barber.
Loose, but no, he says the ball was already dead.
Hunt Harrison with an absolute force of a tackle.
Yeah, he's going to feel that tomorrow.
Man, if you want to see how inertia works in life, just watch Hunt Harrison tackle someone. 1 minute and 47 seconds on your game clock. Reed takes the snap, rolls out to his left. The ball hits the ground before it makes it to the receiver for the Bruins. Patton Wicker was there to make a play. The intended receiver was number 19, Peyton Harrison for the Cyclones.
He's shaken up on the play and comes hopping off.
So the Cyclones are going to bring in Mekhi Foster. A minute and 40 seconds on your fourth quarter clock. Still, we have not made it past the 30-yard line in what seems like forever. Reed is set up in formation. 3 receivers to his left. He's got a running back to his left and 1 receiver to his right. Takes the snap. Bruins are bringing 3. Reed takes off down the middle. He's using his legs to get up, and he slides.
Oh. That ball came loose as he started to slide. I think they're going to say he was on the ground when it popped out.
Yep. So 1 minute and 23 seconds on your game clock.
That's the kind of mistake, though, that you don't want to happen anyway, because you never want to let the official decide the outcome of a play.
The good news is that one is the ground can't force a fumble, and once you start sliding, you are considered down when you initiate the slide. Reed, 3 receivers to his left, step back to pass, looks to his right, and overthrows his receiver by a mile. Wow. Pretty sure that one's going to hit that almost full moon tonight. Walt Smiley was there just for that extra protection. 58.1 seconds on your game clock. It looks like the Bruins are going to enjoy this Friday night win. 4th down for the Cyclones, and for everyone still watching, we definitely want to take a second to thank you guys for sticking with us and enjoying your time to watch the Bruins. We love taking the time to bring it to you. So coincidentally, on a 4th down, what would be, there was a PI roofing penalty on the play. Going to bring the ball to the 48-yard line. 1st down and 10 for the Cyclones. Reed takes the snap, rolls to his left, looking for someone to throw to, can't find anyone, and he is tripped up by his feet by number 42 for the Bruins, Preston Spann.
Well, now Reed's got an injury, it seems like. He's limping on one ankle.
Well, we stopped the clock with 44.7 seconds left in your 4th quarter. And as I was going through my spiel, nobody knows this yet except for me, but if you would please, and this is in all sincerity, if you would go check out my Twitter, at Garrett Benson, GARRET_Benson, B as in boy, ENSON, because after this game is over, I'm actually going to video the breakdown of all of the equipment so everyone can understand what goes into this, and you can get a first-hand look
at the rat's nest that we have in this tiny room.
No. at the ability to have an appreciation for what Josh and his wife do to make this happen, and how many people it takes to make happen. Popeye bringing the camera. This is not some webcam setup in your living room that your son is streaming Fortnite on, okay? This is a big deal. So check it out on Twitter once we get done with this game. Reed has a screen, tries to throw the ball. He was pressured.
Threw a pass that you could say was intended for Tracy Dan.
Miles Ward was able to produce some pressure there, which made the throw.
Who was that?
Miles Ward. Say it clearly.
Miles Ward.
With the on the play. Miles Ward, ladies and gentlemen. Out who got the credit for that play. 4 minutes on your game clock. Looks like Reed was able to shape his issues. Got 3 receivers to the right. Drops back for a pass. Looking. And he connects with number 5, Alec Bowles, who is still on his feet and still running. They're going to mark him down.
23, it looks like.
Yep, the 23-yard line.
1st down for the Cyclones.
32 and a half seconds. It seems like the minute that will never end. It is interesting that now the Cyclones are exercising some form of clock management. Reed in formation, 3 receivers to his right, running back to his left, takes the snap, rolls out left, throws, comes up short on the pass. His pass was intended for Caden Rose. But don't worry, we had KJ Colon there ready to make a play when it's needed. 28.8 seconds left on your game clock, and I think the Russellville fans are starting to understand that this one is not going to be a win for them tonight.
Andrew Green says, "Go Bruins." So does, I'll tell you some other folks here in a minute.
28 seconds on your game clock. The ball is snapped. Reed rolls out to his left again, decides to use his feet on the play, decides to slide. Looks like he's again finding some discomfort.
Well, that's what's going to happen when you slide into Davis Hassel's chest.
Right. I mean, I don't think we should be surprised when you. So, point is, running clock, 13 seconds left on the game clock. Cyclones are going to run a play, looking to his left, and it is.
Wow.
It is KJ Colin time out there on defense. I mean, it was the high-flying air raid disaster, KJ Colin.
He gave the ball a high five.
I mean, and then said, "Let me show you how hard I can spike it into the ground." So he also decided that he wanted to run one more play. 8.7 seconds on your game clock. With no surprise, the Cyclones, Reed back to take the snap, man in motion. Takes the snap, looks to his left, is getting pressure from the Bruins. We have a ball coming loose. It is picked up by the Bruins. And just like that, that is how you end a football game.
That's it. One more turnover, and the Bruins call it a game. They win this one 35-17.
But I believe that was Miles Ward that forced that fumble.
Oh, my goodness. It was
okay.
It was Davis Hassel.
Okay, number 18 that broke it up and provided the fumble.
Well, let's go check out our perfect prediction and see if anybody picked. I can't imagine.
If someone even guessed 17.
Right, I would be shocked. All right, pulling it up now. Let's put in the score. Home's team was 35, away. No, excuse me, other way around. 17 for the home team, away 35. We'll hit save. No winner again tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I think next week we're going to have to go to.
Well, we don't have a game next week.
Oh, you're right. We don't. We have a bye week next week.
Yep.
That's fun. So let's see. Yeah, someone did choose 17 to 53. So John, really close. And then I thought there was another one. Oh, no, that's just the other one on the screen. So, wow, he's the only one that chose 17.
Did anyone guess 35?
That's a good question. Let's take a look. 35. We had, 35. That's for the home team. No.
Okay.
No, nobody.
The other one is 35 in someone's email address.
Right. So that we're just going to have to roll it over. You know what? We might end up just trying to find out who was the closest. So that's got to be what we do next week. So this is fun. I love doing this. All right. Well, thoughts on the game?
A good thing that next week is a bye week. Lots of room for improvement.
No doubt.
I will say I have seen lots of improvement in different areas. Now it's just time to build on that and compound on that. I talked to a lot of people at halftime who just felt defeated because of the score. And look, as long as the Bruin history has existed, a score like that is nothing foreign to the Bruins. So just always keep that in the back of your mind. And like I said, just glad it's a bye week. Glad for time to improve.
This was the tale of two teams, it almost seems like, from the first quarter Bruins to the rest of the game Bruins. It seems like they made something click in the second quarter. So at least they were able to pull that together. The Bruins take this win 35-17 in Russellville tonight. We're off next week, so be sure to follow us on hit like and subscribe there on YouTube, and follow us on our social media channels. In the meantime, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Good luck, good night, and 73.